Hello everybody and welcome back to TVON. My name is Joanne and I'm back filling in for Lauren today for today's wonderful Friday extravaganza. We have a lot of great pieces coming to you today. We have a lot of brand new as well as a lot of things that you probably haven't seen in a while. So get tucked in, grab a snack, grab a drink, and get ready for to spend the next 3 hours with me. Lauren is still out of commission as for the moment, so please continue to send your well wishes her way. And yeah, without further ado looking at my face, let's just get started. First item we have today on the wheel is going to be actually a brand new piece to me and I think to TVON. This is going to be item number 1130887. This is our 4-carat 7D radiant cut kunzite with two of probably the thinnest tapered baguettes I've ever seen on a ring. It has 12 points in those tapered baguettes in this very, very beautifully cut radiant kunzite. I don't think I've seen a kunzite quite like this, at least not in this size here at TVON in quite some time. Usually our kunzites tend to be in the larger sizes, usually in the 8, 9 to 10 carats, but this one we managed to bring one in a more palatable size for those of you who are not into the big, bold statement rings. And of course, we decided to keep everything super, super simple with, like I said, those very teeny tiny tapered baguettes with the 12 points total. So you get 6 points on either side. Very, very easy to wear this ring, very, very easy to just pop on before you walk out the door. If you don't look too closely, someone could mistake it for a replacement for your engagement ring. I know that some people, they don't like to always wear diamonds all the time. They like to switch it up, maybe just put something on super simple, but it still has a bit of that pop of color. This one is set in the 18-karat white gold actually, so we decided just because it's a simple ring doesn't mean you can't have all the luxury that it comes with. This one is supposed to be evaluated at around $7,000, but for our first item of today, I wanted to bring you a very special deal for our very first item just to kick off the show. We have a lot of great deals coming later on today as well, but you know, first item's gotta be a really good one. So $7,000 not gonna be, it's not even gonna be half of that. It's not even gonna be $3,500 today for this kunzite ring. Yes, I can see people already starting to call in wondering like, oh, Lauren's still not back. It's still this very tiny, very not blonde person. Yeah, she's still not feeling too well. So if everyone can just wish her get well soon, that would be wonderful. But $3,500 is not going to be for this one. It's not even going to be $2,500 or even $1,500. Let me go ahead and try this one on for you. It is quite a simple ring. It's not complicated by any means, but even then, wow, just look at the shine and the sparkle that comes through that stone. Just because it's small, it's still quite a mighty ring. And 15, it's not going to be for this one, not 15 or 14 or even $1,300. Yeah, it's not even going to be $1,299. Look at, yeah, I just keep getting blinded by all the sparkles that's popping through that. I don't usually see that with these stones, especially with kunzites. You usually think the colors tend to be lighter, it might not have as much shine, but this one definitely defies those stereotypes. And back on the wheel it goes. Not going to be $12.99. Oh, let me just get that. There's still a little bit of residue left on the back of the band, but don't worry. If you do get it, we'll clean that up for you. $12.99 is not going to be $11.99 or even $1,099. First item of the day. Let's just make it $9.99. I mean, it was my lucky number yesterday. Might as well keep it going. $999 for this one-of-a-kind kunzite. And of course, as usual, we didn't have too many yesterday, but if you do have any special requests that you want to get into us, feel free and do that, and however you feel is the most convenient to you. If you like to call us on the phone, someone will be here to answer it. If you would like to comment or email or anything like that, send smoke signals, telegram, any way you deem fit, go ahead and send us those requests, and we'll do our very best to bring it out for you and help you achieve your jewelry dreams. $999 for this piece, our very first item of the day. Yeah, it's a great piece to start off with. I mean, we had that, it's quite a bit of a juxtaposition to the one we had yesterday, which was that huge 50-carat pendant. You know, this is very much on the opposite spectrum, but with kunzite, just because, at least with our kunzites, normally you see more of that lavender color when they come in the bigger sizes, and then when they are smaller, sometimes they tend to be very faint, almost colorless, but not here at TVON. All of our kunzites, we try to get the ones that have the most saturation, even in the smaller sizes. So that's just what we like to do here. All right, $9.99 for this one. And it is actually finally Friday. This week has felt so long. I kept thinking it was Friday yesterday, but I think that was just wishful thinking. So it is finally Friday, and then we got a weekend ahead of us. Yeah, it's going to be a fun party. All right, no one on this one. So let's keep it up with the new. And next up, let's just bring this one aside for right now. Next up, we have something that I don't think we've ever had before. I mean, we've definitely had opals before, but I don't think we've had any opals quite like this one. If you haven't noticed, this is actually a faceted opal, which I don't think we've ever done before. This is going to be item number 11300765. And this is going to be our 2-carat 26 faceted crystal opal with 8 points and diamonds on either side. Now, if you're unfamiliar with us at TVON, or if you're new, our crystal opals usually don't come faceted. We usually get them in the cabochon shape, so all that light can naturally reflect through the surface of that stone. But we managed to get some faceted opals, which I think look very, very different to our normal crystal opals. And this one is definitely, we just wanted to start it off. We do have a couple more in the upcoming weeks, but this is going to be the first one, or it's going to be its debut here. And we decided to start off simple at a 2-carat 26 size. And then, of course, you get all those nice accent diamonds, you know, keeping it super, super simple. Ooh, it looks like our little wheel placement mat decided to move on its own today. It has a mind of its own. That's all right. But yes, where was I? I thought the set was haunted for a second. It just started sliding all on its own. Anyways, yes, 2-carat 26 for this faceted crystal opal. As you can see, the light tends to look a lot more, instead of being super scattered, almost like confetti. This one it truly has more glows of light instead of like little pieces. As it moves, you can definitely see they're much more constant, much more stationary than with our traditional crystal opals. But we are very excited to bring this to you. We decided to keep it very simple for our very first one. Just have the simple accent diamonds on the side, nothing too crazy, no fancy halos or anything like that. And this one was supposed to go out for $54.99 tonight, but we decided because it is the faceted opal's brand new debut today, we're gonna do something pretty special on this one as well. So 54, it's not going to be 50 or 40 or even $34.99. Yeah, this one is quite spectacular. When I first saw this, when I was entering this into the system, because usually I am the one who does that as well, I get a quick little sneak peek of usually most of the items we have coming up. I was quite shocked. I had to double check with management to make sure that, oh, this is still an opal, right? My eyes weren't tricking me. But yeah, it is, and I was very shocked when I saw it as well. So let me go ahead and try it on for you. This might be a bit of a tight fit on my hand as well, but that is okay. We will get anything sized, anything you need. As you can see, on the hand, you can still see the facets very clearly, or it's very different from how the cabochons are. Usually with crystal opals, we don't usually get this sort of square cushion shape. They usually come in ovals, or if they are cushioned, they're still quite rounded. So it is a very different look, but it's still quite cool. Almost, if you see those flashes of green, it's almost like a special effect in some sort of sci-fi movie, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah, $34.99 is not going to be $34 or $24 or even $14.99. Let's put this back on the wheel. And for this one, you actually can change the gold color if you would like. If you're not into the yellow gold and you want to go something more understated, or you really want that stone to speak for itself, go ahead and get it in the white. If you want something a little bit more avant-garde, a little bit more modern, go for the rose gold. I mean, who am I to tell you not to change it, right? $14.99 is not going to be $12.99 or even $1,099. Let's just keep it simple. First two items of the day, let's just get it out at $9.99. $999 for the first two items of the day. Sorry? Oh, sorry, this one was item number 1130765. Yeah, I'm talking a lot faster than I usually do. My brain is getting ahead of my tongue here. Yeah, brand new item with that item number, all of our 113s. Brand new batch of items we got here. I'm always so shocked at how fast we churn out new pieces. That's actually a very good indicator of how long something has been here, is just by looking at the item numbers. Anytime now I see anything that's before a 112 or like a 1125, I always think it's ancient. It's probably been here forever. And I'm always so shocked that it's still here. And we do have a couple of those today as well. So if there's been something you haven't seen for months and months and months that you have been waiting for, today might be the day that we bring it back out. I mean, everything in our vaults usually go on rotation, so yeah, sometimes, but of course things with older items, sometimes things get missed and they never get back into rotation. But today we have brought back some of our oldie but goodies. $999 for this one, our faceted crystal opal. Okay. I know with Fridays, usually viewership, everyone's going out, spending time with their family on Friday nights. So I understand if there's not that many people watching today. That's a very normal thing for Fridays, but that just means we get to bring you extra special deals on Fridays. Okay. Moving right along. Actually, I should also mention, I did flash a couple of red barrels yesterday. I mentioned that there were a couple that sort of slipped our notice for our extravaganza, or perhaps we just didn't get them on time for Wednesday that they did allow me to bring back today. Maybe I'll show a few red barrels. Of course, the ones I have today are going to be a little bit different than the ones from the last few days. They are a little bit larger, so they really saved the bigger, more expensive ones for last, I think. As the show goes on and we're just trying to bring you better and better, we have to keep topping what we've done before. All right. Moving right along, we don't want to hang on that for too long. Wow, every time I look back at this ring though, I just keep seeing new light and new colors that I didn't see in the previous viewing, but that is kind of the deal when it comes to crystal opals. All right, let's bring this away. Moving on, this is also something that I haven't seen here, but I believe we've had previously. Look at those. This is going to be item number 1123473. And I know in the last couple weeks we've had a couple of Aweens. We've had a whole wheel just, I think, about 2 weeks ago, and all of them sold out pretty quickly, but we didn't have any earrings yet. So I thought I'd bring some out for you. This is going to be item number 1123473. And these are Aween studs actually set in the platinum. And these are going to be our 36-point total weight Aweens with 26 points in diamonds around it. So these are rather small studs, so if you're into that more of a minimal look, these would be the ones. Aweens, similar to red barrels, they tend not to come in super huge sizes because they are so difficult to cut, and there just isn't that material in the industry. But the fact that we managed to find two stones that were perfectly matching or similar or pretty much exactly the same so that we can turn them into earrings is quite spectacular. And we're gonna do something very special for you for these. And what's nice about the Aweens, the color is so vibrant that even though they're not big, you can still see that color from quite a ways away. So this is kind of the perfect everyday earring. I mean, Aweens, yeah, they're definitely not something that anyone's really ever gonna see before, only if you're really well versed in the language of jewelry. Could someone say they even know what Aween is? It's not like a sapphire or emerald where most people, if they don't know that much about it, they know their existence. Not many people know what Aweens are or that they even exist, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, so these do have to stay in the platinum, unfortunately, but you know, we just wanted to make sure that these Aweens are clearly identifiable. And these were valued at $8,640, but we want to do a special deal, hopefully to maybe even top the ones from the wheel we had a couple weeks ago. But so they're definitely not going to be that price today. Yeah, look at that. They are just quite spectacular. And they are just the classic post and butterfly stud. Let me just turn one of them to the side for you, just so you can see. Classic post and butterfly backing. So you just pop it in your ear, push the butterfly backing into the post, and you're good to go. Super easy, super simple, very comfortable. And $8,640 is not going to be your price today. It's not even going to be half of $8,600, which is really what they should be. Rarely do these ever come in over quarter carat, I want to say. So they are 36 point overall, so that means each earring is at 18 points. So it's already getting there to the bigger sizes. It's considered quite large for what they are. And we're not even asking for $4,300 or even $39.99. These are truly one of a kind. Even if we wanted to find another pair of earrings like this, we genuinely cannot. We could never replicate these ever again. And $39.99 they are not going to be, or even $29.99, or even $1,999. And remember what I said about item numbers before? I guess they were just holding out on us. This is actually quite an old item. It's been here for, I want to say, at least 3 or 4 years, if that is the item number. So they decided to, so all the prices, I guess, for this one is also technically old pricing, but that's okay. That's just a better deal for you guys. So $19.99 is not going to be, or even $18.88 or $17.77. For these one only Aween stud earrings, let's just make it $1,699 for our very lucky collectors out there. Or if you're just passionate about studs. You know how some people, if they like a shirt, they'll just buy it in every color so they don't have to think about it? This could be your version of that. If you know you're just a stud person and you want to just be able to change the color, you just get a pair of studs in every single color. You get blues, Aweens for blues. You have pinks, you can go for pod prashas or pink sapphires. You want rubies. All you have to do is just change out the color. Very easy. It's your stud wardrobe, if you will. All right. I feel like we got to give these a fair chance, so let's just put a minute on the clock for this one. And yeah, after a minute, if they're gone, then I guess they'll be gone. You get a minute to call in on this one. Yeah, very special pair of earrings. They may look simple, but that is quite deceptive. All right. I'm trying to take a sneak peek at what else we've got going on today. I know we had a Trapiche bangle yesterday that did go. That was one of our biggest deals of last night's show. And to keep it going, we actually do, whoever got that, if you would like a matching piece of jewelry, we do have earrings and pendants in the Trapiche as well. Also accented with yellow and white diamonds. I apologize. Yeah, so we have those as well coming up later. Ooh, we have a Pariba bracelet, which I don't think I've seen here in quite some time either. So yeah, we have a lot of old but new items today. All right, this one is still here, so let's move it along, shall we? Let's just bring these to the side. Next up, we have, let's see, we have a color change diaspore. Fabulous. This is going to be item number 1125736. And this is going to be our 2-carat-72 oval color change diaspore with 13 points in diamonds on either side, as you can see. In this sort of almost rib looking, that's what I'm thinking of. It kind of just looks like a piece of architecture. I go to downtown quite a lot, and if you are familiar with downtown LA, there's this museum called the Broad. It kind of looks, the way it's designed, it kind of reminds me of the side of that building. I don't know why, it's actually not that similar, but it's just gives very similar vibes to that one. And this is in our classic color change diaspore. It's set in a very, I feel like, modern way. Yesterday we did have one that had pink diamonds and it was set in the white gold, which is very atypical for us. So if that one wasn't for you and you wanted something a little bit more traditional or in a traditional colorway, we have this one for you, set in classically in the yellow gold. But of course, if you decide you do want it in the white gold, you are free to change it to white if you would like. But yeah, this is also relatively, it has been in our inventory for quite some time. So I'm shocked it's still here. A 2 carat 72 oval, very classic cutting, and then you have, it comes out into the point on either side. Very, very modern looking. So yeah, this one was supposed to go out for $49.99, but they marked this one down by quite a bit as well. Yeah, everything with these old item numbers, I'm surprised that they're giving us all the old pricing today. $49.99, they're not going to be $49 or $39 or even $2,999. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do really like it in the yellow gold, however. We had fun with the white and rose gold, but I feel like the yellow gold is just so easier. It's so much easier to wear. I'm more of a yellow gold girl, so, you know, it has a special place in my heart. Let me just try it on for you. Oh, this is a really tiny ring. I think I have to put on my pinky. Yep. Yeah, so this one is not my size, but if you do get it, just make sure you get your normal ring size and it'll fit wonderfully. This is probably a size 5 currently, 5 or 4. Yeah, it's probably a size 4. Yeah, look at that. That is so great. Almost from a distance away, almost looks like an eye, does it not? Or some sort of intricate signet in a way, except instead of engraving, it's just a wonderful gemstone. And back on the wheel this goes, $29.99 it is not going to be, or even $19.99. We're just bringing out the deals here today. $19.99 is not, let's just blow it out. Let's make it $999 again. We're just keeping up with the theme of the lucky nines. $999. Lucky nines. Lucky $9.99. Oh my goodness. Yes, and I also did bring out a couple of Pariba in quartzes yesterday. We did get a couple more today. Actually, I think I only had one yesterday. We do have a couple more today, and they are very different to the ones we had yesterday. So if you're intrigued by the idea of Pariba in quartz, but you're just maybe not too sold on the pattern we had yesterday, we have a couple that I think are very different, and yeah, we'll show you what that looks like later today. All right, let's move on from this one, shall we? Next up, we have a conch pearl next up on our lineup today. This is going to be item number 1130688. This is our 74-point conch pearl set in the platinum with 75 points in diamonds in that simple double halo. And of course, diamonds on the band. For conch pearl, we don't see them too often and they're always one of a kind. So if you've been eyeing one, we've had a couple in the last couple days, but they're all in the bigger size. This one is definitely more palatable, more wearable at the 74-point size with 3/4 of a carat in diamonds. Just very, very easy to wear. And even as you can see with the conch pearl, it's just that sort of free-form oval shape, which, you know, very, very, even though it is not your traditional oval, we decided to put it in this oval setting to keep it more classic. But you know, it's like the abnormal shape of it is just like a little secret for the wearer to have. I think that's so great. And this one's supposed to go out for $15,000. But for something like this, we really want to go out to a great home for someone who doesn't have a conch pearl yet, or they just want something, or maybe you already do have a conch pearl, maybe you have a really big one, but you don't want to break that out every single day. You know, leave that one for special occasions. This is going to be your everyday conch pearl. So we're not going to make it $15,000. It's not even going to be half of $15,000. We're not even going to make it $79.99 today. for this one. And actually, for this one, it does have to stay in the platinum, unfortunately, for those of you guys who are yellow gold lovers like me. But honestly, with this shade of pink, I wouldn't want to go yellow gold anyways. I feel like they would clash a little bit too much. $79.99 is not going to be for this one, not going to be $6 or $5 or even $4,999 for this one-of-a-kind conch pearl. Let me go ahead and try it on for you. This one is also looking like it's going to be a little bit small on my hand as well, but we make it work. Yeah, the farther away you go, it almost looks like the color gets even deeper as it does close up. You know, usually as you move farther away, sometimes stones, they tend to look lighter in color or it's harder to see. Not for this one, absolutely not. And you still can see the little bits of fire around the stone. That's really what you want to look for in the conch pearl. And $49.99 is not going to be for this one, or even $3,999. Let's just blow this out. Let's make it $2,999, $29.99 for this one-of-a-kind conch pearl set in the platinum. And back on the wheel it goes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, ever since this mat kind of had a mind of its own, I'm trying to find the direction in which to place it on the wheel to actually have it aligned, and yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but that's okay. All right. Yes, you know what? I made such a big fuss about those Pariba and quartzes already, so why not just bring it out? I keep talking a big game and I feel like I'm not delivering, so let's just bring it out as our next item, shall we? All right, goodbye to conch pearl for now. Next up we have this Pariba quartz, very different from the one we had yesterday. This is going to be item number 1128196, and this is going to be our 2-carat 88. It says baguette cut, which I guess it technically is. It doesn't have the cut corners like emerald cut does, but it is that cabochon rounded shape. So let's go with the bag. Let's call it baguette cut. 2-carat 88 with a carat 24 in diamonds and all around it, as well as on that split shank. As you can see, like I said today, it's very different from the one we had yesterday. Yesterday, it almost looked like it sounds really bad, but bacteria growth. It sounds really bad, but if you've ever seen like pictures of bacteria art, that's actually a thing that I've noticed is on the internet now. It was more like that, whereas this is much more of a giant piece of Pariba encapsulated within the quartz, and not just any Pariba, your Brazilian Pariba. So very different. This one is almost like the quartz is framing the Pariba because it knows how exceptional it is. It's very different from the ones we had. So like that's what I mean with Pariba and quartz. If you don't find one you like, there should be a stone for you because they're always so different. I have one that's coming up later today. Actually, that's actually perfectly in half. It's like someone just took half a Pariba and half a piece of quartz and just melded it together into one stone. So all Pariba and quartzes are very different. This one is almost like the quartz just decided to frame the Pariba, and of course we decided to emulate that by putting a frame of diamonds around the original quartz frame, and then put it in that split shank for more of a avant-garde sort of look to bring up that diamond sparkle even more. And last time this was here, because this has been here for a little bit, it hasn't been here for very long, but it has been here for quite a bit of time. It was actually asking for $49.99, but we decided to bring it down for you guys today for our Friday extravaganza once again. So $49.99 it is not going to be for today's show, not going to be $49 or even $39 or even $29.99. This is probably one of my favorite mountings that we've done in the Pariba and quartz. I know there was one, the only one I can remember that kind of beats this one was we had a signet piece with the Pariba and quartz. It was very large. It's almost like it was just covered. It had a giant halo of diamonds and then it was all gold. That was a very exceptional one, but that one has gone now. So all of the more unique pieces aren't here anymore. But out of the ones we have, this is probably one of my favorite settings for a Pariba and quartz. And And $29.99 is not going to be, it's not going to be $29 or even $28 or even $27.77. We really want to bring this to a brand new low just for today's show. So yeah, not even going to be $27.77. Let's just blow it out. Let's make this one $24.99. $24.99 on this one-of-a-kind Brazilian. Sometimes if you say Brazilian Pariba too much, it's like a tongue twister, your tongue gets wrapped up. Yeah, for our Brazilian Pariba in quartz, 2-carat 88 in that baguette cut. Debatable baguette cut, but baguette cut nonetheless. All right. Now, it's officially 30 minutes into the first hour of our show. So I just wanted to give you a quick little preview of what's to come. I'll probably do this one at the top of the hour, but I just wanted to just pop it in really quickly just to keep it in the back of your mind of some of the red barrels we may have been hiding over the last couple days. We do have one that is as you can probably tell from this quick little preview, it is quite a ways bigger than the largest one we had on Wednesday. They really did try to save the best for last, and I know that I probably should not be the one presenting these, but we really want to get these out of here as quickly as possible. So that one will be coming up in the next couple minutes. Yeah, it is a truly exceptional stone. I was so surprised when I first saw this earlier this afternoon. It was truly, I was so shocked they didn't bring it out on Wednesday. Yeah, they really should have, you know, but I guess it does make sense. They want to keep upping the red barrels. They don't want to just bring the largest ones and then keep having to downsize. So if you have been holding out, hoping there's going to be larger red barrels, it is coming up in a couple minutes. All right, moving on from this one. Next up, we do have a Tanzanite pendant. Sorry. I apologize. I have been trying to hold that in for like the last 20 minutes. Anyways, so next up we do have this Tanzanite pendant. This is going to be item number 1128408. This is what I call a baguette cut. When I think of baguette cut, this is what I think of. It's more of this like the faceted looking one. This is going to be our 10-carat 39 total weight for the Tanzanite with 21 points in diamonds on the top and bottom of that stone on the mounting. And this is one of those pendants where you could wear it in the traditional way, so with one side of the diamonds facing up and down, and then you just have the chain going through the top, or you can actually wear it on the east to west as well. So if you want more of that sort of collar style, I think that would look really great. Sorry, let me just polish it up a little bit. I just saw a giant fingerprint in the middle of that stone. So yes, this is what I call a versatile pendant. You can wear it in a myriad of ways. In fact, even if you wanted to, you could also just put a chain through two sides of the corner there and wear it dangling by the corner if you want to. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but you could if you want to, if you're crazy like that. And this one for a 10-carat 39 stone, yeah, we used to have a lot of Tanzanites that are a lot larger, but we always run out very, very quickly we're on our very last few reserves of the blue wing Tanzanites, so we don't usually see the 10 carats anymore, but nonetheless, we're still gonna bring you the TVON values for this one. This was supposed to go out at $12,999, but we're not going to do that today. Does someone have a request? Yeah. We're not gonna do that price for today for this pendant. No siree. It's not even going to be half of that. It's not even going to be $69.99 for this one. I feel like there's something in the air today. Throughout the entire day today, I feel like there's been a couple moments where it's like hard to breathe. Sometimes with the air pressure, it just does that. I don't know if that's just me though. $69.99 it is not going to be for this one. One of a kind, one only. And it does have to stay in the white gold. But That's okay. White golds tend to be, I feel like most of our customers, they do tend to get the Tanzanites in white gold unless they usually have yellow diamonds. Then they like to stick with the white and yellow or just yellow. But $69.99, it is not going to be for this one, or even $59.99. Let's just blow it out. Let's make this one $4,999, our first Tanzanite of the day. And I'm sure there's going to be more coming up later today, but we decided to just kick it off. You know, I know some people watch exclusively for the Tanzanites, so we didn't want to hold it for too long. All right. And wow. And I've been bragging about all the new pieces we have left today. I've actually only shown a couple of new pieces. We've had that crystal opal and that kunzite from today. Those two were new, but I don't think we've had many other brand new pieces. So let's just keep bringing out the new, shall we? You know, bring something that I know you all haven't seen before. All right. Moving on. Let's take away that our 10-carat pendant for right now. And replace it with a diamond pendant on chain. Look at that. This is also brand new today. So this one, I don't think it's going to stand on its own, so I'm going to have to leave the tweezer there. But this is going to be item number 1130822. This is going to be our pendant on chain. So that center diamond right there, that's going to be 18 points in that round white diamond. And then you have 4 points in diamonds hugging that round right there, and it's all set in this sort of pear shape. So this is a great little minimalist necklace, and this is all set in the platinum. Yeah, and it's just quite an exceptional piece. This is, I believe, adjustable from 16 to 18 inches, but we might have to double check that. Yeah, so you get 18 points in that center and then 4 points under it in those accent diamonds. Yes. I apologize. It's like my lungs feel like they're already giving out, and we've got 2.5 hours left to go. So if all of a sudden I stop talking for an extended period of time, you know what happened. But anyways, yeah, I feel like this is such a great little minimalist pendant. I'm always someone who, I always have a necklace on me, and when I have a necklace on, I usually don't take it off for literally weeks. It's just, I feel like it's such a hassle to put it on and take it off by myself. So I always like to switch it out every couple weeks or so. I mean, there are some where I do stacks. So if I have like chains or certain other necklaces, I'll change those out quite often, but there's always one piece where it's a constant on my neckline. Usually that is the case with rings as well. So this would definitely be something that I would qualify as one of those never take off type of necklaces. And this one was supposed to go out at $24.99, but for a brand new item today, we want to bring you the best deal possible for my 2-year comeback. I guess that's what we can call it. Our 2nd year comeback, and $24.99 won't be the price for this one. It's not even going to be $19.99 or even $18.88 or $17.77. Yeah, and this is, I believe, the color on these. I know that's usually a question we get a lot. Oh, what color are your diamonds? What is the clarity and all of that stuff? So this one is G to H color, I believe, for the accent diamonds, and I believe the center diamond is G color. Usually for these designer pieces, it is hard to determine, but they were actually kind enough to let us know when we got this one. So yeah, that would be the color for the diamonds on this piece. And $17.77, it is not going to be today. Yeah. You would think that, oh, with the pace I'm going, I'm probably going to do lucky number $9.99. $9.99 would be a steal for this necklace, especially with all those brilliant diamonds in that piece. But $9.99 is not. This is probably going to be my deal of the day. Not going to be $9 or $8 or even $799. This one we really want to go out to a gray home, so let's just make it $599 for this one only pendant. I wish we could do a ton of these, but we cannot. So one only. So if you have a niece or nephew out there, daughter or granddaughter, and just want to give them their first taste of the diamond life, this would be a great way to go. And let me just show it against the hand just so you're getting a size reference. And that's why I was mentioning if you have any relatives that you'd like to gift this to, I feel like it's just a great little pendant. It's so great for every day to never leave your neckline with that sort of pear shape. It almost looks like if you're a fashion person, if you've seen those like keyhole necklines, it's kind of reminiscent of that. Yeah, it's just kind of like always wearing a keyhole neckline, which I know is flattering on most body types, which is wonderful. $5.99 for this stunning necklace or pendant on chain, whatever you want to call it. And back on the wheel it goes because I seem to be losing my grip on it for some reason. My gosh, my hands are shaky today. There you go. Wow, I should have been holding it like this from the start. I was covering the pendant the entire time, but that's okay. That's the deal with it being a live show, right? There's no cuts, so I can't censor or filter myself as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous little pendant. All right. Moving on. Gotta keep moving. It looks like this one is verifying, so let's move it on to the next piece. All right, next up we have another pair of earrings. Ooh, Moonstone earrings to be exact. Yeah, thank you. That necklace is gone, so thank you so much. Next up we do have some Moonstone stud earrings. Look at that. This is going to be item number 1130164. So these ones are also pretty darn new. This is going to be our 4 carat 20 emerald cut moonstones, 4 carat 20 total weight, so you're getting 2 carat 10 in each year. And of course you have 22 points in those halo of baguette diamonds. Wow, look at that. Baguette diamonds around the earring, around the stone. What am I saying? Around the stone, not the earrings. So yes, 4 carat 20 total weight, so that means you're getting 2 carat 10 in each ear. And then you have 22 points in diamonds, which means you get 10 points in baguettes. And I was talking about this a little bit yesterday, but there's something so unique about having baguette as accent diamonds that you can't really replicate with the round diamonds. With baguette diamonds, they tend to flash more like planes instead of just pinpoints of sparkle. Instead, you get like these sort of, as you can tell with these earrings are actually a great example of this. As it's moving, it's almost like someone is taking a giant tray and just shining a light in your eye. That's just what I imagine. And I keep talking about the setting, but these moonstones are exceptional as well. If you can see, the colors within those stones are quite beautiful. This is a moonstone I feel like I would have no trouble photographing to make them as beautiful as they can be without any edits. You can see clearly the reds, the blues, even some purple, and the yellows, almost like having again, this is not a great example, but this is what I'm thinking because I get migraines and I get what you call aura migraines, where you see like glows of light. This is basically what you see when you get a migraine, which is beautiful, but not when you have a migraine. So yeah, you get to experience the beauty without the pain. And this one was supposed to go out at $49.99, but for one color only, we really want to make this a special deal for you. So $49.99, it is not going to be today for one very special color. Not going to be $49.99. Oh my goodness, and these do have to stay in the white gold, but it is actually in the 18 karat gold, so hooray for that, upgrading the gold. We really should stop doing that with the price gold is in these last couple months, the way it's risen. Yeah, we really should stop. Just keep it all in the 14 karat gold, but we're crazy like that. So $49.99, it is not going to be $49 or $39 or even $2,999 for this one. Yeah. let's just get it out of here. I know many of you guys already have your dream moonstone, but I don't think you guys have it in the earring quite yet. So if you've been looking to get a match for the ring I'm sure you already have, this would be a great pair to get. And it's not even going to be $29.99. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $1,999. And you know we mean business because we like to color code all of our bags. And usually if there's certain colors, that means it's going to be the last price. Some of the times there's like, oh, this one might have to go up in price. And this one, the color of the bag is actually indicating that this is old pricing. So even though it's a new item, I think there was a miscalculation. So this one is soon to be updated. $19.99 is the price today, but who's to say if that is the price it will stay going forward? Okay. Who got that necklace? Let me just say thank you. Thank you, Juliet. Julietta, yes, thank you, Julietta. Wow, I just spoke to her, I want to say on Monday or Tuesday, because even though we don't have a show on Monday or Tuesday, your girl is still here. So thank you and hello. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she is going to love it, and I know she's going to love it because she's going to get it pretty quickly. All right. Moving along, and we're getting close to the top of the hour already. So, yeah, the show is moving very, very quickly today. Next up, let's move it right along, shall we? Let's take these Moonstone earrings off for the time being and bring out a color change theme pendant. I know we had a couple pieces yesterday, but they were both rings, so I decided to bring a pendant out for you guys today. This is going to be item number 1130052. So this is also relatively new, although not brand new. And let me just polish it up for you because it looks like there's a big smudge in the middle as well. This is our 1 carat 45 radiant cut color change sphere pendant with 42 points in diamonds all around, so you get that double halo and along the bail. That's 42 points total weight for the radiant cut color change sphere. And this is one of those color change spheres where the green is very, very prominent. I mean, it still has a couple shades, it still has a little bit of yellow in there. But as far as color change spheres go, that's as good as anyone is going to get, especially for that size. Usually the smaller they are, you don't see as many flashes of reds and yellows, but this one you definitely still can. And this one is set in the yellow gold, and it does actually have to stay in the yellow gold, unfortunately. So the way you see, what you see is what you get. But this one was supposed to go out at $39.99, but that is not what it's going to be today. No siree. And what's great about having a color change sphere as a pendant, now color change sphere, as a little disclaimer, because we've had a few suggestions in the past, color change spheres are relatively on the softer side. I believe they are a 5 to 6 on the Mohs hardness scale. So with rings, we do want to say to exercise caution when you wear them, because they do sometimes tend to get scratched if you wear them aggressively. So they are kind of the ideal to put into pendants, because usually pendants just tend to not take as much damage. So if you have been wanting a color change theme, but you are afraid of wearing it too often because of maybe damaging the stone or anything, I'm so sorry, my sleeve is just in the way there. This would be the ideal way, just in a pendant. Oh my goodness, sorry, my hand is also just sliding everywhere. Yeah, it would be the ideal way to wear a color change theme, would be in the pendant form. So $39.99 is not going to be for this one. It's not even going to be $29.99 or even $19.99. And for a pendant, for a stone that's only a carat 45, this is not a small pendant at all. It's almost, you're getting almost an inch from top to bottom, which if you are anything like me with necklaces, I like to wear something that's a little bit bigger but not too heavy where it's like dragging my neck down, because I I was talking about migraines earlier. It is one of the causes of migraines. So, you know, you don't want to wear anything too heavy on your neck that can cause strain. And this is definitely not one of those pieces. So $19.99 is not going to be. Let's just blow it out for one color only. If you've been looking, for your very first or even your 100th color change fiend, let's just blow it out. This was not even going to be $19.99. Let's make it $1,499 for this one-of-a-kind pendant. And color change fiends is also one of those pieces where I'm just like, you can't really find two of the same ones. They all kind of refract light differently. They kind of all have a different base color, and it's just, you can't replicate it. So it's not something that you'll see everyone, if you get it, it's not like something you can see someone wearing the same thing 2 weeks later. I hate that. When I buy a top and then 2 weeks later I see it on some major celebrity, that is my worst nightmare. All right, $14.99 it is for this one. Okay. All right. My hands are like incredibly shaky today. I really should get that checked out. I have a lot of things I didn't get checked out apparently. I'm just realizing this now. It's like my big epiphany of the day. Okay, moving along. Another item that I don't think I've seen here before, but I think you guys may have. Ooh, look at that. This is going to be, I just heard a whistle. That is the correct reaction. This is item number 1127154. Like I said, I don't think I've seen this, but I think it has been here before. This is our 1-carat-77 oval star ruby set east to west, with 62 points in those baguettes and taper baguettes, white diamonds on either side, as well as the rounds. So the 62 points will be for both the rounds and the baguettes. They didn't differentiate the weights here. But yeah, this is a truly exceptional ring. We don't usually do many settings like this. Usually with ovals, we like to set them north-south, but this one we decided to do east-west to just fit this mounting. I feel like it's a very different look when you do it north and south with these tapered baguettes. But this is truly an exceptional ring, especially for a star ruby of this size. It's a 1-carat-77. Now, usually with star rubies or star sapphires, I've personally noticed, as I've been taking photos of these over the last couple months, with the smaller sizes, sometimes it takes a little bit of work to get the star out. You kind of have to not manipulate, but when you're taking a photo or if you're trying to just get the star, you kind of have to have an individual light just directed at it before you can clearly see the star. That would not be the case for this one. This one, I just set it down and there you can see the stars pretty clearly. You can see actually two because we have two lights shining directly on it, just glistening away in that stone. And this is also such a cool mounting. It's very Art Deco style, very reminiscent of something you'd see in, I want to say, I've also been really into Great Gatsby recently. This is something I would definitely see Daisy wearing on the steps at Gatsby's party. This is very, very Art Deco. And this one's supposed to go out for $79.99. I mean, star rubies, rubies itself right now with all the sanctions and all of that, it's not easy to find. So having the special phenomena like this is even harder. And it was supposed to go out at $79.99. We're not going to do $79.99 today for this one-of-a-kind ruby piece, star ruby piece. Not going to be $79 or $69 or even $59.99. Yeah, this is a very unique ring. And I know it's not the traditional way to set it, but there is something so simple about setting an oval east-west. I think it's a very, very different look. Not to say that it's better or worse, it's just different. And sometimes you want to switch up your look occasionally. So let me try this one on for you just so you can see what I mean. Oh, this one's also a bit small on me, so this one will have to go on the pinky. But look, if you see what I mean, it's almost, you have the tapered baguettes kind of creating those planes of light, like as in the earrings we had earlier. And then you have the star just peeking through that stone at all times, just winking at you. And just having it set east to west, it looks much more modern. It looks, I keep saying the word modern, I just mean, I don't I'm blanking on the term I'm trying to say. I have an image in my mind, but I don't have the words. I'm much more of a visual thinker, so I have a visual, but it's just a very casual way, which is odd to say with so many baguette diamonds, but I feel like this is a very casual ring. It's a casual star ruby. It's not very dressy or formal black tie, but it's a casual star ruby. Maybe that's what I want to say. And $59.99 is not going to be your price for, that's not a very casual price, is it? $59.99. So that's not what it's going to be. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be $49 or even $39.99. Back on the wheel it goes. Brand new markdown for today's show. Yeah, $39.99 it's not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Actually, you know what? Based on the markings on this bag, I can infer that this has been here before, but it was on a wheel. So I think management decided that it deserved its own spotlight. And it was on a wheel that was priced at $39.99. So we're bringing it down to a brand new low today. And so $39.99 it's not going to be. Let's just make it $2,999. It is $1,000 less than what we had it on for last. Pretty cool, right? You almost never see that happen at all on jewelry networks these days. All prices are going up because of gold, because of labor costs, tariffs, all of that craziness. And we're bringing it down. It's almost unheard of in this industry at the current moment. Okay. Yes, I am hearing the signature TVON rattling of the outside gates, which means it's almost top of the hour. We hear that every single night here. Every time you hear like a little jump in the background, that's usually one of us jumping to the reaction to the noise outside, or it's just the noise outside. All right. Moving on. Something that, so we're talking so much about item numbers. You guys are learning a lot about how internally we work here at TVON. I guess that's the benefit of having someone who's always in the background. Being up here, you get to learn all the TVON secrets. So let's bring this aside. We were talking a lot about item numbers earlier. This is a truly ancient item number. This is item number 1110334. That's how old it is. 111 and then followed by a 0. This has probably been here for well over a decade. And this is a 2K34 lip cut Morganite with 16 points in diamonds in that halo around it. Now, I think back in the day, this was something that we had so much of. I think we'd have this item a couple times in a month, and every single time it's on, we would sell like 10 to 15 of them a show. Well, not anymore. There's only 2 of them left. And once those 2 are gone, we will probably never get this back. This is a fancy cut Morganite in that sort of peach pink, true peach pink color, in just a very simple halo, because the shape of the stone speaks for itself. It's a very avant-garde. I feel like it's very 60s, 70s. It's this sort of shape. Very, very cool. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit different from all the rest, I mean, we've had other Morganites, as you might know. Usually they're in the more classic cuts. We have cushions, ovals, emerald cuts, but we don't have anything like this anymore. I kind of wish we do, though. It's just something different, just to spice it up every once in a while. And this is truly for those rose gold lovers, because it does have to stay in the rose gold. Now, there's not a lot of things where I would immediately say, yes, rose gold, please give me that. Morganites is the exception to that rule. In fact, I think the only rose gold ring I have is in Morganites. The only other time I wear rose gold is if it has pink diamonds around it. So you know what? This is the exception. If you are very hesitant to try rose gold, Morganites would be the way to go. And again, because the item number is very old, actually this is also old pricing. Last time it was up here for $9.99. Now I think if we were to find a stone of that size and set it in that ring with those diamonds today, that would probably be under cost at $9.99. So if we were to make that today, it would not be that price. It would probably be double. It'd probably be around $18.88 or something like that. But we're even going to bring it down lower. $9.99 is not going to be. It's not even going to be $8.88 or even $777. This is a deal of a lifetime, at least from here going on out. We're never going to get this price again. $777 is not going to be. Let's just make it $699. I mean, we will probably never have this ring ever again, which is going to break my heart. Let me just try it on for you. I mean, the lip cut is so special. It's almost like the hybrid between a marquee and a heart shape, if that makes sense. The cleft shape is typically what you see on the heart, but as you can see on the hand, it's just such a cool look. And because of the little culet in the back, you can kind of, because that stone, of course, it's a clean stone, you can see that culet almost looks like your lip line. It is very, very interesting. And yes, it does have to say in the rose gold, but do you see what I mean about the rose gold just complementing the stone? Yeah. Oh, the faceted one? Thank you so much. Who got that? Thank you so much, Stephanie. Wow, she got our very first faceted crystal opal. That was a good one to go with. Let me tell you, I've seen all of them. Anyway, $6.99, one only for this one, and back on the wheel it goes. And with this item, we are officially in the top of the hour. So, top of the hour, we usually do some special things at top of the hours here at TVON, especially on the weekends. If you guys are big weekend shoppers, you guys probably already know the time to tune in is usually at the top of the hour. So, yeah. Thank you so much. All right, so this one is verifying right now. So let me say hello to everyone who's tuning in. Thank you guys so much for being here with me for the first hour of the show. We're so glad to have you here, and thank you for calling and shopping and checking up on me to check on my mental health, because I feel like it's quickly deteriorating, but it's okay. We're here having fun, right? So we still have a great 2 hours left ahead of us, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's bring it back onto the wheel, because it looks like someone's trying to wave me down, maybe stop saying anything I shouldn't be saying. Looks like we have requests, maybe? Cool. Wow. Looks like that sieve for red barrels was bigger than I thought, because they just handed me a whole bundle. So what should we do, huh? All right. Great, the one in yellow gold, right? Wonderful. Turkish diaspore is also gone today. Wow, thank you guys so much. All right, this one is verifying, I believe. So let's just not cause any confusion and move right along. Top of the hour, I previewed this earlier, but I feel like it's only fitting we do a full presentation on it. This is also brand new. This is one of the ones that we actually missed on Wednesday. So we're very excited to bring this to you. This is gonna be item number 1130902. This is, in fact, a red beryl. For those of you who do not know the beryl family, it usually includes emeralds, aquas, and morganites, similar to the one we had just now. But red beryls are extremely rare. They usually never go above quarter carat, and even rarely above half. So this one is actually going to be bigger than any of the ones we had on Wednesday. This is the largest one we've had so far, is going to be this one. This is 78 points. So you're getting over 3/4 of a carat for this piece, which is almost unheard of. Usually it's a shocker when they break half a carat. This is 78 points. We have never had any red barrels this big. Even on Wednesday, we had, I believe, 9 pieces. The largest one was, I believe, 63 or 64 points. So that was already a huge deal, and I can't believe they missed this, because they just brought it out to me saying that they wanted to show it on Wednesday, but they just couldn't find it, which is hard to even believe. So happy I could bring this to you. And then, of course, you got half a carat in diamonds around it as well. We got to match the diamond weight to the size of the stone, you know? This is a big deal for this. And right now it's set in the yellow gold. You can actually get it in the white gold if you would like, or rose gold as well. We're not going to stop you from changing it. But this is officially the largest red beryl we have. And for a red beryl of this size, we were actually going to ask for $28,000. That was the price that I have listed on the bag here, but we're going to do something very special for we're going to call it one of our missing red barrels. We should have had posters all over the office with the wanted poster for all of our missing red barrels. But yeah, 28,000 is what this one was supposed to go for, but we want to do a very special deal for our top of the hour today. So 28,000, it's not going to be, it's not even going to be half. It's not even going to be 16,000. That's not half. Yeah, it's not even going to be 14,000. Let's say 14. My brain was not functioning. Like I said, mental health, probably need therapy after this. Not going to be $14,000 today. And this is truly an exceptional piece. I wish we still had a couple of the ones from Wednesday, but of course they all sold out very, very quickly. So we could just compare the size, but yeah, this one is truly, it's not just big in terms of weight, it looks a lot bigger in terms of size. So 14,000, it's not going to be 14 or 13 or even $12,000. And of course, we do have a couple more coming up today. Yeah, this one is probably going to be the best deal of the day though. 12,000 is not going to be 11 or even $10,000. Not even going to be $99.99. And let me just tell you, once the red barrels we have are gone, we will probably not see them again ever. If we do ever see them again, it's probably going to be another 10 years down the line. And $99.99, it is not going to be for this one-of-a-kind piece. And like I said, you can change the gold color if you would like. White or rose or yellow, all okay. $99.99 is not going to be. Let's just make it $8,888 for the largest red barrel we have. And this one, I feel like I should also mention, management did want me to say that the largest one we had on Wednesday, the 63 pointer, if you notice, that wasn't the most expensive barrel of the night, even though it was the largest of the night. The most expensive was actually just coming in at under half a carat. It was 47 points, but that one, the price tag was higher. Now, why is that? I mean, with barrels, as with many other stones, the color really does matter. And while the largest one was there, it had the value in terms of size, it wasn't quite there in terms of color. Well, this one right here, it is definitely top color for this stone. So not only are you getting the size, you're getting the color, you're getting the quality. This is truly an exceptional piece. And I just want to take a peek at the ones that we missed from the last couple days, the ones that they just handed to me. So yeah, maybe just for funsies, if you guys were looking for a couple more, we can just flash a couple more of these at a later time. $88.88 for this one. And for those of you guys who do not know, of course we do free sizing for all of our pieces, also free shipping. We don't charge sales tax unless you live in California, to the chagrin of many of our customers, but nothing we can do about that. $88.88. Thank you so much. So it looks like the kunzite from the beginning of the show is gone. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, it looks like things from earlier today are going, so perhaps there's just a bit of a delay, or maybe everyone's coming back from Friday evening dinner and everyone's just catching up, watching reruns, maybe. So thank you so much who's been calling in after the fact. We're happy to have you any time of the day. Okay. Guess we don't have any callers for the largest red barrel we have had up until this point. Okay. Moving on. Can't stay on it forever, as much as I would love to. We just cannot. All right, next up, let's do something a little bit different. Let's instead pivot a little bit. We've had a lot of rings today, so let's do something that's a little bit more designer maybe, a little bit more modern, a little bit more fashion forward. This is gonna be item number 1130783. And this one, I believe, is also brand new today. And I'm just trying to put both of them on the air right now. If just so we can see both of them. As you can see, they're perfect mirrors of each other. And this is going to be our multicolor sapphire earrings, Ceylon sapphire earrings. It has 1.5 carats total weight of the princess cut multicolor sapphires, and then you have 12 points in the diamonds. So as you can see, at the bottom of each earring, you have 2 diamonds, 1 for each ear. So 6 points for each of the diamonds, and then you get about 75 points in those sapphire, invisibly set sapphires, graduated from deep vivid blue to cornflower to a very, very light blue. And these are super, super fun. If you're like me and you're from California, it's almost like reminiscent of a wave on the beach. It is quite fun. And with this sort of, I love these sort of earrings that sort of mirror each other. They're not exactly the same, but they just sort of frame the face, especially when you wear them with the points facing your face. It's almost like bangs, but for your ears. It's very, very fun. And with the organic swirls of it, it's just a very, very fashion-forward designer piece, like I said earlier. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of the night. This is definitely something that I would get for myself, because I also wear a lot of blues in my closet, in my wardrobe. Blue is a very, I have heard it suits my color season if you are into that. So this would definitely be the one that would probably go home with me at the end of the day today. And this one was supposed to go out for $59.99, but we're not going to do that today for our one only. We do only have one, and they do have to stay in the white gold, and they are in the 18 karat gold, so happy about that. Yeah, these are, I wish we could do many more of these. I've been saying for years that we need to get these like graduated, invisibly set sapphires. We need to start doing where we can do like 10, 20, 30 of them, because I feel like they're so fun. But there is something special about it being one of a kind. It means that no one else can have the same exact earring as you. So in that sense, it is a good thing. $59.99, it's not going to be $49 or $39 or even $29.99. And let me just also take one of them so I can measure them for you. I just kind of want to see how long they are, just so you get an idea of the length from top to bottom. And these are about 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom. So they are not super long by any means. So they're not going to catch on your hair if that's what you're worried about. They're not going to tangle. They're not going to accidentally rip off when you're brushing your hair. That's actually happened to me multiple times just this week. Actually, just as I was getting ready today, I was brushing my hair and one of my earrings came out, and I spent a good 10 minutes just looking for it. These will not happen. These are not tangle worthy. They're not long enough to do that. And they're not going to be $29.99 or even $19.99 for one collar only. Yeah, these are special. I feel like, yeah, they're very California coded. Or even, I was going to say something about lobster fishing, but I don't I don't think many people who are lobster fishing would want to wear their fancy Ceylon blue sapphire earrings into the ocean, unless I guess you're in the Titanic, but you know, the movie The Titanic, which I've never seen before, but I remember there being a sapphire piece of jewelry that ends up at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. $19.99 it is not going to be for this one, or $18.88, or even $17.77. I think Jason's impressed by my very vague movie knowledge. $17.77, it is not. Let's just make it $1,699. Did you have a question, by the way? Oh, thank you so much. Those Moonstone earrings are gone from earlier. Yeah, see, lots of things are coming in. Maybe I should be waiting for I should have waited for the second top of the hour to show that red barrel. $16.99 for these invisibly set princess cut blue sapphire earrings. Oh my goodness. Wow. We still have a lot to get through today, so let's just keep it moving, shall we? I apologize. I feel like I need to start doing vocal exercises in anticipation for filling in. That doesn't happen super often, so I don't train my voice enough, but I should probably think about starting. Okay. Keeping with the earring theme, let's just move on from these for now. And for the next one, I will have to hold one of them up, so I won't be able to display both of them at the same time, but that is okay. Hold on. All right. Next up, we have some Trapiche earrings. Wow, look at that. This is going to be item number 1125193. Actually, I'm probably going to have to hold them the other way just so you can see the actual Trapiche part more. Like that. There we go. Yeah, 1125193. This is going to be our 4-carat 16 Trapiche emerald earrings with 44 points in yellow diamonds and 90 points in white diamonds. So 4-carat 16, that means 2-carat 8 points for each Trapiche. So because these are earrings, there are 2 of them. You get 44 points in yellow diamonds, which means you get 22 points in that halo on each ear. And then 90 points, so that means almost half a carat in those white diamonds in each ear as well. So these are definitely not for the faint of heart. These are not small, teeny tiny, itty bitty Trapiches. You can definitely tell they're Trapiches even if you're standing 50 feet away, definitely. And if you would notice, they're quite a bit of a perfect match for the bangle from yesterday. So if you were one who got that and you were just thinking, man, this would go great with a pair of matching earrings, well, your wishes have been answered. And because there's, instead of just having one Trapiche, there's 2. This one was actually supposed to go out for $14,999. But of course, that's not very TVON price worthy, so that's not going to be our price today. It also looks like this one is about an inch and a half from top to bottom. Actually, I'd say probably closer to an inch and a half in length. So, you know, definitely not a small drop there. But these are definitely, should be going into a museum somewhere. Or if you're wearing to a special gala, this would be the type of jewelry I would wear to a gala. I want something really big and really, that would make a statement. Something that you wouldn't see just walking down the street grocery shopping. You'd want to see something that's like show-stoppingly unique, you know? And this would be that piece, but of course, it's not going to be that price. And $14,999 is not going to be, it's not even going to be half of $14,000. It's not even going to be $79.99, shockingly enough. We're doing something crazy on these. Just like the earrings from, or not earrings, I keep saying earrings because I'm looking at them, but yesterday we had a bangle. Just like the bangle from yesterday, it looks like the prices on these, they were supposed to be increased due to current gold costs and all of that. It was supposed to be updated, and yet somehow we missed it. So this is still going to be old pricing. If we were to make these today, that price might well be what our cost would be today. But that's not even going to be your price today. Yeah. And I mentioned this little anecdote yesterday, but I thought I'd mention it again today. I remember the first time we've ever had Trapiche emeralds. I believe it was like a teeny tiny Trapiche ring. It was definitely about half the size of this one stone. Like if you were to take a knife and cut it down the middle horizontally, it was about half the size. I think we had that ring, it was just set in a burnished diamond gold cigar band. I believe we had it for $59.99 for a stone half this size. And in this piece, you're getting 2 of the stones, and you get yellow diamonds and white diamonds in a museum level drop earrings, and it's only $79.99. In fact, it's not even $79.99. It's not even going to be $69.99. So effectively, you're getting 2 for the price of what one was. And that's just whittling it down to the simplest form. It's probably a lot more math numbers and things that I don't have time to think about. But it's not even going to be $69.99 today. Let's just make it $5,999. It's a brand new low. And it really should be higher. This one, I should probably also alert to management that the price probably should be hiked up. But just for today, we're going to let it slide. So $59.99 it is for this one. And I'm going to hold it up against the hand because I've been holding it against the wheel. And it's kind of hard to tell what it looks like, what it would look like against the ear. And this is what it looked like. As you can see, it's not a small earring at all. It's almost like you have 2 little mirrors of green against your neckline or ear dropping from your ears. I say neckline because it kind of would hit your neck, but it's not your neckline. Yeah, but it would just be these two amazing trapiches framing your face. And because they are earrings, there are two, and they would be perfectly matching. Let me just grab the other one if I can. Actually, they are in the bag. So while you're just looking at the earrings there, hold on, give me 1 second. Let's see. See? Now you get two perfectly matching Trapiche emerald earrings. Wouldn't they look great? Especially, like I said, if anyone has any charity galas coming up, if you have any balls or events, yeah, this would be the one. Any award shows maybe? Yeah. Back to the wheel they go. My goodness. Truly, truly exceptional piece of jewelry right here. Museum level. Probably, actually, never mind. Okay. Moving right on. Next up, what do we got left today? Actually, quite a lot of things have gone from earlier today, so maybe about an hour from now, someone will call in about these. Okay. Next up, I'm going to take these away for a moment because the next item, I will also need to be holding it by the bail. This is going to be, ooh, look at that. We got a yellow diamond necklace with a specialty chain, actually. This is also brand new today. This is going to be item number 1127584. This is going to be our 1 carat, it's actually 1.012. So it's a little bit over a carat and a point for that center oval yellow diamond, and then you have 1.2 carats in white diamonds in that halo around it. So effectively, you're getting over 2 carats in diamonds in this entire pendant, and all set in the platinum. This is actually maybe not brand new. I thought it was brand new, but again, I just clocked it. It's maybe because it's the first time I'm seeing it today. So yeah, this is probably one of the biggest yellow diamond pendants we've had in a while. And I know normally we have our yellow diamonds set in white and yellow gold, but this one we just decided we thought the stone could stand for itself. So we just set it all in the platinum. And it truly is one of the more classic special pendants. I mean, give me 1 second. Let me actually wipe that stone a little bit. I'm just seeing a fingerprint. There we go. Much better. And this is one of the coolest, most classic, it is very classic style, but it has a magnificent stone. And to top it all off, you get so many large sized accent diamonds. It is quite incredible. We really should have taken that stone out and put it into a ring, maybe a single solitaire engagement style ring. I feel like that is probably a good size. A lot of people have been getting 1 carat rings. I know people have been messaging me asking what size engagement rings their diamond should be. This definitely would fall in the trendy size category, but no, we put in a pendant for you. And this necklace is actually supposed to go out for, it was valued at $20,000 for a 2 carat plus total weight diamond pendant on chain. And yet, that is not very TVON price worthy, is it? It's not. I apologize. And as you can see, the stone itself, you might think, oh, because it's a big size, does that mean you guys compromise on the clarity, on the quality? Of course not. The stone is still VS2 clarity, so you're not compromising at all in terms of that on both the center stone and the side diamonds. This is truly a truly exceptional, one-of-a-kind piece. We only do have one. I say one of a kind as in one of a kind at TVON. And it might not be the most unique pendant in the world, but it will be one of a kind in terms of the price I'm about to do on it. You won't be able to find the same pendant at this price anywhere else. It's not going to be $20,000. It's not even going to be $10,000 or even $5,000. We should really do this for everything. We should just keep cutting in half until we get to the price we need to be at. Not even going to be $5,000 for this one. And let me just show it against the hand so you can see what kind of size we're talking about here. Ooh, I just flashed you the back of the pendant if you were wondering what it looked like in the back. As you can see, not a teeny tiny pendant. we've had this sort of rabbit ear pendant in the past, and I did get a few comments saying that they were not ready for how small and minimal they were. This one is definitely not the same as those. With that halo of diamonds, it's really a decently sized pendant, and it's also great for every day. If you're an everyday pendant wearer who wants something a little bit bigger, this would be the one for you. And $5,000, it is not. It's not going to be $49.99 today. My goodness, I can already feel it splintering. $49.99, it is not. Let's just make it $3,999 for a 1 carat center stone with 1.2 carat side stone, so you're getting 2 carat 20 total pendant. Yes, 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom, that is correct. So like I said, not a small pendant by any means. 3/4 of a carat is quite big for a pendant here. I mean, it's not museum level worthy or statement. That wouldn't be considered a statement pendant, but it's still quite big, especially if you're someone who's not used to wearing necklaces or pendants. 3/4 of an inch is a pretty good size. As you can see, it's pretty much the width of my finger. That is pretty big. And back on the wheel it goes. If I can get it to cooperate with my tweezers here. Look at that. Yeah, sometimes these are hard to display. Suddenly I'm realizing why we mostly do rings. It's probably just for ease of display, but not me. I like a challenge. $39.99 for our 2 carat plus yellow and white diamond pendant. Okay. Moving on. Now, I had a red beryl at the top of the hour. It is now getting close to the bottom of the hour, and I thought I'd show one that also managed to escape our notice on Wednesday. Now, this one is going to be a little bit more, this one's going to be quite a bit more similar to the ones that we had on Wednesday. So if you missed out, this next one might be one that you would be interested in. It's much more similar in terms of size. Most of the ones we had on Wednesday were in this sort of 30-point range. This is going to be item number 1130926. So also pretty new, I would say. 1130926. Yeah, that's a very, very new item number. This is a 32-point oval red beryl. I mean, it looks more like a roval to me because it's not quite as long as a traditional oval, but it's, yeah, more of a roval with 50 points in diamonds all around it. And this is set in our very classic signature mounting. Now, this signature mounting, you might hear that quite a bit here at TVON. And when we talk about that, we were referring to this style mounting with a single halo and a domed band with diamonds across the side of it. We call it that for a reason. It's probably the mounting tied with the bridge mounting that we have the most variety of. So anytime you're looking for a stone and you are not quite set on what mounting you want, we always recommend this mounting or the bridge mounting, the signature mount and the bridge mount. And this is very similar to the size we had before. So if you did miss out on Wednesday, this could be the one you were meant for this one. This one was waiting for you. And this one was set to go out at $11,500. But that is not going to be our price for it today. Yeah, we're going to do this is definitely going to be someone who doesn't have any red beryls yet. If you want to ease yourself into see what having red beryls is like. Oh my goodness, I am starting to lose my words today. Yeah, this could be it. So it's not going to be $11,500 or even $99.99. Let's get that straight. And actually, this is the 32-point. Let me put it up again next to the one we had at the top of the hour, the 78-point. I almost said 87-point. I think if we had an 87-point, we might have riots to the phone lines, but we don't. So let's just zoom out a little so you can see the size difference, just in case anyone was thinking about that one from earlier. But yes, as you can see, this is the 78 point. This would be the 31 point. And you can see there's also still a little bit difference in color. That 78 point is truly that true red, whereas this 32 point is more of that sort of raspberry pink, but it's still a red beryl, still very hard to find, and it is still breaking that quarter carat threshold. So it's, once you get past that threshold, it's considered very rare. It becomes tens of thousands of dollars for something, and this one's not even going to be 10,000. So $99.99 is not going to be. It's not going to be $89.99 or $79.99 or even $69.99. And of course, I'll try it on for you. Of course, I want you to see everything how it should look on the hand. It is, again, a little bit small for me, but that's okay. And even though it's 32 points, you can still see that true raspberry red color. And it's just so, and I was talking about the signature mounting. There's a reason why this is our most iconic mounting here at TVON. It's just all the diamonds, all the sparkle. It's just different to anything we've ever had before, and it's just such a classic look. And $69.99 is not, or even $59.99, or even $4,999. Yeah, this is truly for, we just wanted to give everyone a second chance. If you missed out on Wednesday and you're here on our very limited Friday evening, this would be the one to go for. $49.99, it is not, however. It should be. We should really stopped at a couple numbers ago, but we're not going to. And back on the wheel, this one goes. Right next to our museum level 78 point red beryl. This one's not even going to be $49.99. Let's just blow it out. It's not even going to be at $39.99 today. We're going to crazy town here. $39.99, it is not going to be. Let's just make it $3,499. We want to give you the best deal we possibly can. This one, you can also change the gold color. This is technically our signature mount, so you would expect that we have all the gold colors available for these mountings. So you can change it to yellow gold. Perhaps you like that color stone in the yellow gold. You can definitely do that. If you want to get in the rose gold, go for it. Why not? But yeah, $34.99, 78 point. If you were not aware, that one was for $88.88. Also a great deal, especially for something so rare. You will never see anything like that. Oh my goodness. We should call this the Red Beryl Extravaganza 2.0, just for everything that we missed, that we didn't manage to find on Wednesday. I don't know what happened, if maybe in the trade-off it got... Oh, thank you. The 32 point is gone. Wonderful. Should we just keep on going? I still do have a couple of them. We could just keep doing red barrels. So why not? Okay. This one is gone. Thank you very much. Next up, let's just keep going with the red barrels, but this time, this is going to be a pendant. Now, we did have a pendant yesterday, which I flashed and apparently sold later that day. So, you know what? Good for them. And the one from Wednesday also sold. So we decided to do one more pendant. This is going to be item number 1130930. I think out of all the pendants, this would be the one with the largest stone, and it's still in that raspberry red color. This is the 43 point Asher cut red beryl. So if you're looking for a more square Asher cut, this would be the one for you. And then of course you have 28 points in baguette and round white diamonds. So this is definitely going to be, I think, the biggest pendant slash necklace that we've had in red beryls to date. This is going to be, you're almost at that half carat mark, so you know, prices for anything of that size tend to go up exponentially. So this one was supposed to go out for $15,760. Not going to do that. We are doing some crazy things today. I think someone feels a little bit guilty about misplacing these a couple days ago, so they're trying to make reparations. I don't know if this is good. It's good for you. It's not great for us. So 15,000, they're not going to be today. And this one, it does have to stay in the yellow gold, I believe. So if you were the one who got the ring from earlier and you were just curious what that sort of shade would look in the yellow gold, it would look something kind of like this. And yeah, it's supposed to go out for $15K. It's not going to be $15K. Yeah. Red Barrel Extravaganza 2.0. And this is such a great little pendant. You have those baguettes and rounds just creating that contrast of sparkle, and it just looks so different while next to each other. You get those planes of light as well as those tiny little flashes. And it is a more wearable size. This is definitely for those of you who still want something every day and yet still want something super unique and rare that definitely no one has in their collection. So this would be that piece. And yeah, $15,000. I don't want to do $15,000 on this pendant. Do you guys want it at $15,000? I mean, I sure don't. So it's not going to be 15. It's not going to be half of 15. It's not even going to be $79.99. That's technically half. Technically half would be 75, but let's just do $79.99. It's not going to be $79.99. It's going to be lower than that anyways. And this one does have to stay in the yellow, keep in mind, but I kind of like it in the yellow. This sort of raspberry red with the yellow gold, I feel like it's just such a nice, the coolness of the red with the warmth of the yellow gold. I think it's a nice opposition to each other. $79.99 is not going to be $69 or even $5,999. This one is bigger than the ring from earlier. It's about 10 points more. And with red barrels, every point counts. $59.99, it is not going to be. Let's make it $4,999, and my hands are sliding down as my price is going down. Yes. The necklace, yeah, sure. All right, $49.99 for this one. We're going to show that the 2 carat, right, or the 1 carat with 1 carat in side diamonds. Yes, of course. $49.99. So let's give it a minute on this one just so we can let it simmer for a bit, and then we'll go ahead and show that one again. Just give me a quick moment. Let's place it first. Yeah, that's the tricky thing with pendants. My hand keeps wanting to slide down as the price keeps going down. It's pretty funny. All right. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a delay today. Everyone's been requesting things from earlier in the show. All right. 24 seconds left on the clock for this one. I'm sure this one will go very, very quickly. And once it's gone, I'm sorry to say, it will probably be gone forever. I don't think this one would be coming back. I don't think any of our red barrels would be coming back. All right. Okay, this one is still here. I'm gonna have to set it down for a second while I go grab, oh my God, it does sit on its own. I really should have tried harder with that one, huh? Okay. All right. Yellow diamond pendant one more time. Who is this for? We're still checking on who this request is for. Mary? All right, one moment. All right, let's take the red barrel down for this and bring this one back for Mary. As a recap, this one was item number 1127584. This was our 1 carat 01 center yellow diamond with a carat and 20 points in the white diamonds around it in the oval shape. And you get that, this one does come with that specialty chain you see on the air right there. And we usually don't do that. Usually with our pendants, the chains come separately, but this one we decided, wow, that stone is so magnificent, so clean, and such a significant size. We're just gonna throw in the chain for you. So that one is, yes, $39.99 is the price for this one. Does she need to see it against the hand, against the neckline, anything like that? Yeah, and this one, it does have to stay in the platinum, but honestly, with the color of that stone, sometimes yeah? The side profile, you just want to see how high it is, or just like the back, like that? So this is what it looks like on the side. It doesn't sit up too high. The diamond is pretty well set into the pendant. I'm sorry, my hands are shaking. This is kind of an uncomfortable position for my hand to be in today, but I just want to show you the side profile. And while we're at it, let's also show the back. You know, we might as well get every single angle possible. The back is fully finished, so you do get a little area there in case you ever need to clean your stone. That's wonderful. Yes. Against the hand, of course. One moment. Let me just set this up right here. And this is what it looks like against the hand. As you can see, it's, like I said, not a small pendant at all. Oh, I'm sorry, my hand was in the wrong place. It's not a small pendant at all. It's about 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom. So, you know, it's not a small pendant by any means, but still very suitable for every day. I like to emphasize that because what's the point of buying a piece of jewelry you can only wear once in a lifetime? Unless you're perhaps a celebrity going to the Oscars. But most of those people rent it anyways. $39.99, 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom, and this one is adjustable. So it can fit a myriad of necklines. Wonderful. Yeah, this is truly a one of a kind. I actually do, if maybe an oval's not your speed, I do have another one. It is bigger though. That is a yellow diamond in the pear shape. Also very, very unique. This one is definitely more of a classic style. You have that classic single halo of diamonds around it. Let's bring it back on the wheel just so we can see that one more time. 1 second though. With these pendants, my tweezers like to slip from the little, they don't like to stay still. Pendants are definitely meant to be worn, not shown on a wheel like this. Or if you have one of those, we actually have a couple in the studio. We have those like necks that we like to put certain necklaces on. Yeah, we even named all of them. So that would probably be the best way to display your pendants when you're not wearing them, of course. Okay. Looks like this one might be verifying, but we're still double checking over here. All right. Yellow diamond fever, huh? $39.99, and just seeing what shall we show next. And of course, that 43-point red beryl is still here, if you are wondering. That pendant, that museum level 78 point is also still here. I actually do have a couple more pieces today, but I'm still deciding if I want to show them or not. Or maybe we should save those for Lauren. We can't have all the fun stuff. We gotta give her some. This one is gone. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. Oh, thank you for taking that quickly. My hand was starting to cramp up there. Next up, we have something that's also a bit of a throwback. This is item number 1128441. Another color change sphene. Can you tell I love our color change sphines? I've shown so many in the last 2 days, and this is truly one of my favorites. It's the round. This is our 1K84 round color change sphene with the 28 points in diamonds on the top, bottom, all meeting in the middle at that round there, and then you have those bars of gold, almost like it's trapping the color change sphene. And there's something so special about the round color change sphenes. You get more of those, you get more of the separation in the flashes of stone, the refraction. It's just so beautiful. And this is another one where you have to see the stone in person to believe how beautiful it is. It's really hard to capture on your camera. On video, it's a little bit easier, but if you try to take a photo of this, like a still, it's just near impossible. You have to have at least 3 people all around you. You have to have everything at the exact right angle, from your camera to your lighting to your environment. It has to be the correct environment. If it's too dark, then the stone won't show up. Or no, if it's too dark, the diamonds don't show up. If it's too light, the flashes in the stone don't show up. So you really have to have the ideal conditions. So this is definitely a piece where you want to grab it while it's on the air, because you can truly see what it looks like in real life. It's the closest imitation. Of course, it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. This is going to be a crazy, crazy deal. This was also, we left it in the old pricing. We didn't have any updates to it. Looks like we have a request coming up for another Trapiche. Everyone's loving the Trapiches lately. For Millie, we will show right after this one. So let's get through it quickly, shall we? This one was supposed to go at $59.99, but that is not going to be our price today. This is one of the pieces that has been in our inventory for a little bit. It's taken up some time. It's had a little bit of space and time to breathe, so maybe it's time to let it go. $59.99 is not going to be for this one. It's not going to be $59.99 or $49.99 or even $39.99. And I also just love mountings like this. I talked a lot about negative space yesterday. This one also is one of those bands that utilize that with the wider band with all the empty space in it. It just gives it that sort of lace almost like look. Or if you were a 2000s baby, if you were alive and just walking in the street, a big trend in the time era would be ripped jeans. It almost looks like the ripped jean trend that was going on about 10, 20 years ago. It's very, very retro, I think. And $39.99 is not going to be, it's not even going to be $29.99 for this one. Yeah, this is going to, we're going to do something quite special on this one. Not going to be $29.99. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $19.99. First ever markdown on this one. $19.99 for this, and this one does have to stay in the yellow gold. Honestly, I love color change scenes in the yellow gold. I feel like it just brings out so much warmth in the stone, and because there's so many yellow flashes that already exist in the stone, the yellow gold just kind of emphasizes that, don't you think? All right, $19.99 for one of the older color change scenes we've had in our inventory. Yeah, this is a very special one, if I do say so myself. I mean, I think everything is special, but this one is actually special. All right, now, a ring for Millie. Was she the one? I wonder if she's the one who got the bangle yesterday. If she is, this one will match quite well. So let's take this away for a sec and bring out her request. Look at that. Yeah, we're loving our trapiches with the yellow and white diamonds, huh? This is going to be item number 1125189. This is our 3-carat 25 Trapiche emerald with 23 points in that halo of yellow diamonds, and then 47 points in the diamond around it. And again, trapiches are the natural phenomena that happens with emeralds. Sometimes it happens with other stones, but most commonly seen in emeralds, where it sort of has that natural separation to this hexagonal shape. And if you did get that bangle yesterday, it would be a great match. It's also a great match to the earrings we had earlier today, which I believe are still here, surprisingly. So if you're really hunting for a set, this is honestly one of the greatest sets ever that we've ever had. And it's probably the only set ever. You could, with other stones like Tanzanites, it's pretty easy to match, even though it might not perfectly match in shape or color or size. It's still pretty easy to find something. With trapiches, you have to hunt really, really hard to find something that can match with each other. And this would be a good match to that bangle and those earrings. And trapiches are exceptionally rare. We don't see them very often, and people have been requesting it for years before we had our very first one. And the first time we ever had it, it was a lot smaller than this one, and the price was a lot higher than this one's going to be. This one was supposed to go out for $25,000, but we're not going to do that today. We really want this entire set to go to its forever home. Once it's gone, I don't think we want to see it back here ever again. Actually, maybe that's not true. I'm sure that there's someone in our TVON family here who's probably on a wait list somewhere for these trapiches. And $25,000, it is not going to be. It's not even going to be half of 25. It's not even going to be $12,000. What am I saying? 7 is not half of 25. Yeah. If anyone who has been in the phone bank with me for this long has known that math is not one of my strong suits. $12,000 is not. It's not even going to be $10,000. It's not even going to be $99.99. And this one does have to stay in the white and yellow gold, only because it has all of those vibrant yellow diamonds, and we really want those to pop and be a great accent. So it does have to stay as you see it on the air. But of course, you can get any gold color you'd like, so that's great. $99.99 is not going to be, $89.99 is not going to be, $79.99 it is not going to be. And that emerald is also just such an incredible shade. It almost is like Green Lantern if you are a superhero nerd like I pretend to be sometimes. Yeah, it would be that color. Yeah. If that is our requester, that's not what her price is going to be yet. Hold on. I mean, if she wants to take it at that price, you can be my guest, but I don't want to do that to you. So it's not going to be $79 or $69 or even $5,999. Let me just pop it on the hand for you. Look at that. Oh my God. It's almost like it's just a shield. It's a plate of Trapiche emeralds. And as you have the 6 lines separating the stone, the natural separation, but it's almost like the glow of the stone is also creating a halo, like a ring light effect in that stone. It's just so cool. It gives that sort of glow to it. And it's not even going to be $59.99 for our requester, very special requester. This one's going to be $4,999 if she would like to take it. Look at that. I mean, I wish there was a shot where we could do hand, ears, and neckline, because yes, I do have a pendant that would match this, but alas, I cannot. But maybe what I can do is I can show that one next. Back on the wheel, this one goes. All right. All right. All right. Looks like this one is gone. Thank you very much. And let's just keep going with the Trapiches. I do have a pendant for her if she's interested. So let's just take this away, and we do have a pendant for her if she would like to match as well, or anyone else who has a Trapiche, which I don't think there are many of you that do, but just in case. We also do have a pendant, also with the yellow and white diamonds. It's kismet. We have all the matching pieces. This is item number 1125196. Let me just see if I can get it to sit flat on the wheel. Yeah, this is the best I can do. This is item number 1125196, like I said. This is going to be slightly smaller than the ring. This is a 2-carat 56, but I would say it's a pretty good match. It still has that sort of halo ring light glow effect to the actual pendant itself. And this is going to have 14 points in the yellow diamonds around it, as well as 30 points in that halo of white. And this would go pretty well with that ring. I mean, there is a bit of a fuzzy on the prong, but don't worry, we'll get rid of that. And yeah, this is truly another exceptional piece, perfect match to everything else we've had earlier today. This one was supposed to go out at $79.99, but this is also not, the pricing has not changed. This one is still $79.99 is what it was supposed to go at our old pricing. That was supposed to be what we were going to do. In fact, if we were to do this today, it'd probably be, you know, more than $79.99. For what we would ask, it would be more than $79.99, but we're just doing crazy things these last couple days. $79.99 it is not going to be, however. It's not even going to be half of that. It's not even going to be $49.99, which is technically, or $39.99. Let's say $39.99. My math brain is turned off. $39.99 is not going to be. And let me just show this against the hand as well, because I don't want you to think that when I said smaller, I don't mean it's small. It's smaller than the ring for sure, but it's not a great deal smaller. You'll still be able to see that. You would still be able to see the separation and the glow of the stone. It's still quite a fantastic piece. And back on the wheel it goes. $39.99 it is not going to be today. Brand new markdown for anyone who wants a set for our Trapiche shoppers. I'm so sorry. This thing just does not want to stay flat. And let's just make it $2,999. Look at that. If you just look into the center of that stone as it moves, it's almost like there's a glowing pool of green plasma just waiting to bust out of there. It's so magnificent. It almost looks like liquid the way that Trapiche is moving. It is very, very cool. $29.99. And oh my God, we're 10 minutes till our top of the hour, top of the second hour. Time sure does move very quickly. Yeah, that red beryl pendant is still here if you are interested. That one is still here. And yeah, we still got a lot of brand new today. So let's keep moving, shall we? All right. Next up, another item that we have that's on the newer side that I think many of you will be excited by, let's just bring that away, is going to be Look at that. This is going to be item number 1130-410. Are you taking it? Great. That pendant is gone as well. The Trapiche pendant. All right. This is going to be item number, sorry about that. This is going to be item number 1130-410. This is also brand new today. This is our 3-carat 04 round yellow diamond ring. And I mean, this one, usually with when they give you a total carat weight, I don't bother counting how many diamonds there are because there are usually a lot. But this one is pretty easy. There's 7 diamonds and total 3-carat 04 in yellows. Set in the 18-carat yellow gold, so we decided to upgrade the gold for you because there are so many large, brilliantly cut, round yellow diamonds. And actually, was the person who took that Trapiche the one who took the bangle yesterday? Because if not, I also have a Trapiche bracelet. If maybe bangles aren't more your speed, I do have a bracelet that I can also flash later. Let's do yellow diamonds first. I think we need a little breather from Trapiches. But yeah, arranged in this floral pattern, we just have 7, ooh, my goodness, my brain left the room for a second. You have 7 of these magnificent, brilliant yellow diamonds set in this sort of floral way, concentric circles. You have 1 in the middle, the other 6 around it. All, of course, VS2 quality. And this one was supposed to go out for $12,449. I mean, 3-carat 04, $12,000. That's about $4,000 a carat for natural yellow diamonds. That's a pretty good deal, I would say, anywhere else, but not here at TVON. That's not going to be your price. And this is, again, in this sort of arrangement, I feel like it's a very wearable way to wear large diamond weight. My gosh, I'm losing my words already, and I still have an hour left to go. So $12,000 is not going to be our price today. This is going to be probably one of the best deal we've had in diamonds in a while, and it's only going to be for one person, you know. So it's not even going to be 10. It's not even going to be $99.99 for 3-carat 04 in diamonds. And let me just actually wipe that. It's been bothering me a little bit. It looks like fingerprints got on the ring. There we go. Much better. We want to see those diamonds really sparkle. $99.99 is not going to be, or even $89.99, or $79.99, or even $69.99. And like I said, this one does have to stay in the yellow gold. We really want to make sure those yellow diamonds pop brilliantly. $69.99, it is not. Ooh, I just felt my voice give a little bit. That's not a good sign. $69.99 is not. $59.99, it is not. It's not even going to be $49.99. I can't remember the last time we had a 3-carat band that was not $49.99. Can we, I believe the last time I think we had it was those like ovals, 5 of them maybe, or one of similar. We've had a lot of them in the last few months, but I think we did, and it was gonna be $49.99. And we did sell quite a bit of them. Well, for one person only, you're about to beat that deal. $49.99 is not going to be, it's not even going to be $39.99 for 3-carat 04 yellow diamond ring. This is crazy. Let me just try it on for you because even though we're on a camera and it's zoomed in, you might not be able to get a size perspective. See, look at that. It's almost covering the entire width of my finger. There's only about a little bit of space on either side. It is truly, it is so many, it's a big diamond weight. 3-carat 04, I mean, I don't think you can find any rings that are over 3 carats for under $8,000 anywhere. And $39.99, it is not going to be. Back on the wheel it goes. For one caller and one caller only, as a special deal just for tonight, let's just make this $2,999. We're loving the deals today. $29.99. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is truly a very special piece. And that deal's not going to last forever. We should really mark it up, but we're not going to because we're crazy like that. And of course, yellow gold only. You get all those diamonds, free shipping, free sizing, all that jazz. Just because we discount something deeply doesn't mean we're not going to give you all the perks of shopping at TVON. Yeah, this is a truly exceptional piece. All right, let's move it along from this one. Ooh. The bags are starting to resist against me today. Okay, let's move it along from this one, and because our trapiches have been doing so well today, let's just bring out the last trapiche piece I have left today. It's gonna be a trapiche bracelet. Let's see, it's not gonna wanna stay up. I will have to zoom out, so I'll have to lay it flat for a second. This is item number 1125392. And this one is a bracelet made up of 5 Trapiche emeralds. So you know how all of the pieces we've had before is either 1, in exception with the earrings where there were 2. Well, this one has 5 Trapiche emeralds. This one has 8 carat 15 total weight in the Trapiches, with a carat 40 in white diamonds. And it did not list the yellow diamonds. I'm surprised. Maybe we can look that up. Can someone help me look up the yellow diamond weight of this bracelet? Because it doesn't say. They might have added it together actually, so I just want to confirm that. So it might be a carat 40 in both yellow and white, but I just want to make sure. So we'll fact check that for you. But yes, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Trapiche emeralds, all in this fantastic bracelet. So 8 carat 15 total weight. That means each of the stones is about a carat and a half actually. So I think it's a little bit under a carat or a little bit over a carat and a half. I did calculate this earlier, but I should have written it down because I'm very bad with numbers. But yes, set in the white and yellow gold. This one, as with all the trapiches we've had today, have both yellow and white diamond accents. And as you can see, each of the trapiches are a little bit different. We wanted to give it that sort of artistic, you know, asymmetry look. It's one of the design elements you learn when you're in design school. There's certain elements to design, and this one utilizes asymmetry and balance. I'm starting to get into more deep cuts here. I feel like that's a trend with the last hour of the show. But yes, for 5 Trapiche emeralds, I mean, if you think about the previous items we had where it was only 1, where it was well over $15,000. For 5, we were actually only asking for $25,000. We were actually supposed to only ask for $24,999. But we gotta match the deals to what we did previously. We can't have our last Trapiche piece of the day be not as good of a deal as all the other pieces we've had today. So it's not going to be 24. It's not even going to be half of 24. It's not even going to be 12. This is going to be a great, great deal. It looks like we're calling people back on request, and looks like the mat wants to move once again, but that is okay. So not even going to be half of 24, not even going to be at $12,000 for this. And let me just show it against the wrist just so you can see. I'm not kidding here. This, oh, I need to roll up my sleeves a little bit. This is, oh, I need to hold it on. Look at that bracelet. Isn't that just fantastic? I'm definitely more of a bracelet person than a bangle person, and it does close. So you can't really see the closure even if it moves. It just kind of looks pretty seamless as a bracelet. And back on the wheel it goes because it's starting to slip from my hands. I definitely much prefer a bracelet to a bangle because I like how bracelets are more fluid. With bangles, sometimes I get kind of annoyed when I'm doing work and it just kind of gets in the way and it bangs against my hand, or I also like to cook at home and bangles just happen to get caught and everything. It's not for me. So I much prefer a bracelet, and of course this is $12,999 is really what we should go for with all the gold and the labor and all of that. And yeah, they're just giving me air signals of what we can do later on today, and sure, why not? $12,999 with all the gold, all the labor, all the trapiches, that really should be our best price, but we're not going to do that today. Actually, Andy, can you help me move that? Because you're covering my bag. Thank you so much. Yeah, 12, it's not going to be, 11 is not going to be, it's not even going to be $10,999 for all 5 of these Trapiches. This is going to be probably the best deal today because you are getting 5 for the price of 1. $10,999 is not going to be, let's make it $99.99 for our last Trapiche piece of the day, probably the last one in all of our inventory because the last 2 days, I think we cleared everything out. With everything that's gone today, this one is probably going to be the last piece we have. Actually, that's not true. I think the earrings are still here. Yeah, I believe the earrings are still here. So $99.99 for this one. Let's just give this a minute. Oh, yeah. Before my hands decide to freeze in this position, I am holding it on both sides with my hands because this is very, very difficult to display, but that is okay. $99.99 for our one-of-a-kind Trapiche emerald bracelet. Okay. And with that, we are officially in the top of our last hour. So I only have about an hour left with you. And I am so happy to everyone who has tuned in and shopped and called and said hello. Thank you all very much. It's very nice. It makes me feel not as alone up here, so thank you for that. Yeah. 20 seconds left on the Trapiche emerald bracelet. Okay. And yeah, this is probably my favorite Trapiche of the entire bunch. I mean, it's just so unique. I don't think we can't really do this with any other stone. Trapiche is kind of the only one because it's the slice. Trapiches are always in the sliced, so yeah, this is the only way we can do that. Let me just set this down and say hello to everyone for the last top of the hour. Thank you so much to everyone who has shopped with us for the last 2 hours. Thank you for everyone who's called in. I'm so happy to have you guys. We have 1 hour left in our show. We still have a lot of great coming up. We still have a lot of red barrels. Sneak peek, I might do that one next. And we have a lot of other throwbacks. So please stay tuned for the last hour. And of course, hopefully Lauren will be back tomorrow, but we're still unsure yet. So it might be with me tomorrow morning as well. And of course, if you miss anything today and you still want to shop them, you can always double check our website at tvon.com. We upload most of our items there at the end of each show. So if you miss anything, be sure to check that out. And you can always place your order maybe if you're in the diner somewhere, if you're in the middle of driving. It's very, very convenient, as I've heard. So yeah, let's go back onto the wheel and see what we got next for the next top of the hour. Next top of the hour, I should say last top of the hour. Okay. Because I did a red barrel at the last top of the hour, should I do one of the other ones for this top of the hour? I feel like we could. Okay. Let's take the bracelet away now. Bye-bye, bracelet. And I guess our last top of the hour, we can do another red barrel. This is also one that we missed, which I'm shocked. It's in a bridge. We almost never miss anything that we put in a bridge that's a little bit too close, but this is going to be item number 1130928. This is going to be our 45-point red barrel set in the pear-shaped bridge. 45 point for that center stone, and then of course you have 85 points in diamonds all around it. So not only do you get a large red barrel, you also get large heavy diamond weight, as comes with the territory with bridges. 45 points, this is probably going to cement itself as the second largest red barrel that we've had ever. No, third. So we had the largest one, which I debuted today, which was the 78 point. We had the second largest, which sold on Wednesday, which was the 64 point, 67 point, sorry. And then it'd probably be this one. Or it's tied with a different 40 something point. I can't remember the exact number. But yes, this would be number 3 or number 4 of the largest red barrel. It probably does have the heaviest diamond weight, however. And in the pear shape, no less. Now, I can't remember all of the red barrels that we've had in the last couple days, mostly because as soon as they're on the air, they sell, so they move on from it really fast, so I can't really remember what they look like. But I do think we haven't really had pear shapes. I think we had 2 or 3. So this is definitely going to be the largest pear shape of the bunch, I believe, but do not quote me on that. On Wednesday, it was literally like a flash for maybe 30 seconds, and then they sell. So We got another one for you for anyone who missed out if you want something on the larger end, but maybe are not quite ready to commit to the museum level past a half carat level. This would be the one for you, and set in the classic bridge mounting. I mean, every TVON girly loves the bridge mounting. All those diamonds, it's just so easy to wear, it's so comfortable. It tapers in the back, so, and this one is not one of our huge bridges, so it's not you don't need to size up at all. It is true to size. And yeah, there's honestly nothing to hate about this ring. It's just so classic. This is the most mass appealing red beryl, I would say. Set in the classic bridge mounting, set in the white and yellow gold. So you kind of get best of both worlds. If you are indecisive on what gold color you get both. You get yellow gold on the prong, so that's the part that meets the stone the closest. And then white gold all around the band. For this 45 point, we were supposed to ask for $21,987. That's what we were supposed to ask for this. But today is our makeup day. We didn't get a chance to show all of them because there was an error behind the scenes and we might have misplaced a couple of them. So as reparations, we had to do special deals on this one. So 21,000 it's not going to be for this one. It's not even going to be half of that. It's not even going to be $10,000. $10,999. Yeah, this is definitely, we did have one that's smaller in the signature mounting. This is definitely more diamond weight. This one has more presence. So if you're more of a diamond girl, if you are more of a sparkle fiend, this would be the one. $10,999, it is not. It's not even going to be a $99.99 or $89.99 or even $79.99. Let me try it on for you. And here it is on the hand. As you can see, super classic ring. This is what I mean with the bridge mounting, because even though it has heavy diamond weight, it doesn't look like the diamonds are all muddled together. You can still clearly see the straight lines, the distinct silhouette of the ring. It's not being all muddled by the diamonds, and it's just sparkling away. And this is one where the color is that more true red color, whereas the last two red beryls I had, they were more of the sort of raspberry red. This is more of the true red beryl. And typically the more red they are, the more their value goes up. And $79.99 is not even our price for this one. Let me bring it back on the wheel for you if it wants to leave my hand. What if I just say something is stuck just so I can take it home at the end of the day? I wonder if we've ever done that before. But it's not going to be $79.99 or $69.99. For one of the last red beryls we have, let's just make it easy. Let's make it $5,999 for 45 points. So this is pretty much as close to a half carat you can get without, you know, looking like it's a lot smaller, without having to pay that half carat price tag, because once it gets to half carat range, the price goes up significantly. And this one, yeah, this is going to be a steal. And with bridge mountings, they're also the reason we don't have as many anymore. Bridge mountings are gold heavy. This is probably one, we made an exception for this because it is a red beryl, it is so rare, we want to give it the treatment it deserves, but we don't usually bring out bridge mountings anymore because the gold price is so high. Every time we bring out a gold mounting, we have to add another $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on top of that with all the diamonds and gold it costs to make one. I say 1, 2, 3 because you have different sizes of bridges. Some of them have a lot more diamonds, some of them don't. Some of them have really big stones that require a lot of gold. Yeah, this one is, we decided to make an exception and bring it down to a wonderful new low, $59.99 for our 45-point red beryl. All right. And if you guys didn't hear before, the 43-point Asher cut red beryl pendant is still here. I can just flash it in really quickly just in case you need a little bit of a recap. This pendant, if you can see, with the baguettes, it's not in focus, but you kind of get the idea. This one, as you can see, it has the different colors, more of that raspberry red versus that true red. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, that one. And as you can see, actually this Asher cut is 2 points less than the pear shape. It's 43 points instead of 45 points. If you put it right next to each other, it almost looks a little bit bigger because of the shape. So yeah, this one is also still here. I just accidentally moved it with I accidentally moved the ring with the pendant. That's my bad. Yeah, and then also, of course, the 78 point is still here, shockingly. That one really should go. Let me just, you know what, let's pop that one next to this one as well. I feel like it will do good to do a little bit of a comparison. Will it not? Give me 1 second. Let's just bring it up next to each other. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one and the other one is also in a very classic mount, just the simple double halo. So, you know, with something super specialty like this, we like to keep everything super, super simple. The less frills, the better. Because with all the designer stuff we have going on lately, we don't want to be too overwhelming. We want to keep everything super, super simple. All right, looks like this one is verifying, but let's just confirm and double check. Oh my God. All right, yes, so as I'm setting everything up. All right, here it is next to each other, and with the 78 point, so that one, if you need a refresher, was 8888. For the 78 pointer, this is the largest one we've had so far. And this was set in the yellow gold. As you can see, it's very comparable in color. And it is a different shape, but it is quite a ways bigger. Actually, this pear shape is actually interesting. If you look at it side by side, it doesn't look too much smaller. It is still very exceptional. Do you have a question? Yeah, sure. So this is the one on the back. It is finished in this manner. So there is no undergallery because we don't want you to be able to see it through the stone. We do that sometimes with our rings. So yeah, this one is item number 0902, and that's what it looks like on the back. I can also show it against the hand, or not against the hand, on the hand. I don't need to show it against the hand. All right, on the hand it goes for this one. This is what it looks like against the hand. See, it is a little bit small on me, but of course just get whatever size you normally wear and it should fit perfectly. And if they're actually, yeah, perhaps if this is not the cut they're looking for, I actually have a couple that are slightly different. So if you want to ask them if there's a shape they prefer, I can double check to see if I have that with me, Jason. A different size? Did you? This one, I think it's a 6. Yeah, because it is very, very small on me. Back on the wheel it goes. And maybe while we're doing comparisons, I can also do comparisons of other ones that I have. Shall we? All right. I did mention I have a couple more. Let's just flash all of them in, and maybe if any strikes their fancy, they can give us a call, let us know. See, I do have a round today. I don't think we've had a round yet, surprisingly. This one was also somehow we missed, and I don't think we have room for a graphic, but I'll just mention it really quickly. This is actually 1 point bigger than our emerald cut. I really should have brought this one out first. This is our 79 pointer. This is more of that raspberry red color, but it is set in the white and rose gold because you do have pink diamonds around it. You have 99 points in pink diamonds. Actually, it says white diamonds, but I think it does have pink diamonds. I think we're missing that. So we need to double check on what the pink diamond weight is on this one, but it is, this one, I guess now this would trump it as the largest, but only by a smidge. It's only 79 points. This one, if you are interested, you can always give us a call and ask our operators. They have all the information. They can give you what asking is for this one. But this one, we did decide to give it the special treatment with the pink and white diamonds, again, set in a bridge. Do you see how many variations of the bridge we have? We have quite a bit. And yes. And again, very, very classic setting of that bridge. It's just a different variation of basically the same ring. Same ring, different fonts, if you will. Did they have a question? It looks like they are getting ready to ask something, but maybe are feeling a little shy. Don't worry. If you have any questions, feel free and ask. I am here to answer anything you might be wondering about. And then, yep. What's going on there? All right. And because it's up here, maybe we just do a little close-up. Yeah, we can do a little close-up on this one. Sure, why not? Now that it is the largest one, I guess we kind of have to give it the same treatment we've been giving all the other ones. This is item number 1130904. This is our 79 point, as I said, round red barrel with 99 points in white diamonds. But Andy, can we double check to see if there's a pink diamond weight on this one? It doesn't say it on the bag. Yeah, so I think it's 99 points in white diamonds, but we're gonna fact check that. But yes, this is now officially the largest one we have. This is 79 points. It's 1 point bigger than the emerald cut, so take that as you will. It is a different shape. I know rounds tend to be the most classic shape compared to emerald cuts. I mean, you usually see diamonds in rounds. We usually sell most of our Tanzanites in rounds. So if you're looking for something as the most classic shape, this would be the one to go. And this one, because you have all those white and pink diamonds, and with red barrels, every point you go up, the price goes up substantially. This one we were supposed to ask for $44,264. But yeah. Okay. So it's 25 points in pink, 75 points in white. So it looks like honestly, this might have been my mistake because I'm usually the one inputting these. I probably didn't see and I just added them both together. So 25 points in pink and 75 points in white. That's on me. That's my bad. So for this one, because it is our largest piece so far and we want to do something special, it will be under $20,000. I will tell you that much, but if you would like to know the price, just give us a call. All of our operators know all the information. You can call in for our off-air price, and we really want to match this one. So if you have an offer, you can go ahead and ask our operators and see if we can work something out with you. So yeah, it will be under 20,000. I will be happy to say that. It really should be a lot more with all the diamonds, all the gold, but yeah, this one, we really want it to go to a great home. Okay. Looks like we're verifying on the emerald cut. Am I hearing that right? Amazing. Okay. All right, I think maybe we need a break from the red barrels for now, so let's just take a quick little breather. Yeah, let's take a quick little breather, shall we? I mean, we can still keep it up with those museum level pieces. We just maybe take a break from the red barrels for now with maybe some earrings. So let's take that away for just a moment. Next up, we got some, ooh, look at that. We've got some earrings. Wow, I don't think we've showed these. If we have, it's been quite some time. This is item number 1124477. Yeah. I do. Did you want to see that one? All right, hold up. I guess this one we can wait. They want the largest one, huh? They heard about all of them and they just want the largest one. They just said cut to the chase. We want The biggest one. Okay. So I guess these will have to wait. We'll show these ones after. All right. One moment. Okay. All right. Yes, you are correct. We did have one more that's bigger. This is going to be item number 1130903. This is our 82 point emerald cut red beryl. So if you saw the emerald cut from earlier, this is quite a ways bigger. I think it's about 4 points bigger than the other one. This is less of a classic mounting. You have a halo around it, you have the diamonds on either side, and then you have diamonds along the band, and the diamond weight is a little bit less, I believe. This is only 66 points in diamonds. So compared to the other one, I believe that was about, actually no, this one's, I don't know why, I'm getting my rings mixed up. This one's actually a little bit more, 66 points versus 51 points. 66 points in diamonds, and this is more of that sort of designer mounting, less classic versus the double halo. So it does kind of depend on style, what kind of style you like, but this is also more of that raspberry red color. And this one, it is in the yellow gold right now, and I think you can change this one. So if you would like to change a gold color, I think we're going to allow that for this one because it's such a special stone, it's such a special ring. We really want to design it around your preferences. So if you want it in white or rose, I think we're going to do that. So wonderful. Our caller over there just really wants the biggest and best one available. Yeah, did you have a question back there? 3-carat yellow diamond ring. Yes, I can show that one right after this one. Sure. All right, so it looks like the 78 point from earlier is gone. And for the official largest one we've had, this one is supposed to go out at $45,000. But we really want to keep everything consistent. We really want to give everything the best chance it has at getting to a great home. So this one, I will say, spoiler alert, will also be under $20,000, which really, we really shouldn't. It should be $20,000 out the door. We're still going to go lower than $20,000. Same deal as the round from earlier. If you would like to know the price, please give us a call. All of our operators have all that information. They'll be happy to give you that information, and we really want to work with you to make your red beryl dreams come true. So this is the largest one we have. This is definitely the most designer style mounting we have. So yeah, this is going to be for one very special girl or guy. If you are a collector, I can see someone totally envying having jewelry envy for this ring. All right. And next up, we have a request to show the 3-carat yellow diamond ring one more time. So just give me a second and we can let this one hang out for a sec. Give it its time to shine while we get that one set up for you. Hi, did you have another question? Sure. One second. Yellow diamond, they have good taste, or they just know how to hunt down the best deals, apparently. Just give me one quick moment. Yeah. All right. It was right under my nose. Okay, so the ring size on that, it's a size 6 3/4. So let's take this one away for right now. This is the one you're talking about, right? All right, back to the floral yellow diamond ring. They have good taste. They know how to hunt down the deals. Yeah, $29.99, item number 0410 for just 7 stones, totaling 3-carat 04. That means each stone is just a little over 40 points, which, you know, almost half caraters. We should really be taking each of those stones out and putting it in 7 identical rings. But no, we decided to apparently give the best deal we have ever given on a 3-carat ring. Yeah, I can't believe we are doing this. It is unheard of. And it's, again, like I said, super, super classic. Does have to stay in the yellow gold, but it's just such an exceptional ring. With the way they're clustered all together, they just give such magnificent flashes of light. And even though it has size, it has diamond weight, it's not unwearable by any means of any stretch of the imagination. You can definitely still wear this every single day. I mean, I would wear it every single day, let's be honest. I would wear anything with a chance to show off all the sparkles on my hands. Yeah. How yellow it is in person, like with, let me see, give me a second. So you're gonna see a blank wheel for here. I just wanna take a look at it. I would say it's a light fancy yellow. Does that help? I assume that's what they mean. Light fancy yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's what they mean by describe. What? If you want, I can add more descriptors to it if you want. I can take some creative liberties if that's what they're looking for. But I think technically they are asking for the technical color of them. I mean, I'm not a gemologist, so I can't say for sure, but I would describe it as a light fancy yellow. Okay, and if you like that one, we might as well show this one. It's not a perfect match, but it does kind of go, I feel like they would fit in the same collection. It would be this necklace or pendant with chain. Hold on. This one is also pretty hard to display, but look, we also have a cluster style pear shape. This one is definitely more of that vibrant yellow, however. Yeah, I think this one is verifying, so let's just move on from this one for now, and then we'll just bring in the very similar cluster yellow floral pendant. If I can get it to go on the tweezer. This one does not like to be displayed either. This is also brand new. This is item number 1130793. This is going to have 1 carat total weight, so a third of the carat weight of the ring. 1 carat total weight in pear-shaped yellow diamond necklace. Pear-shaped yellow diamonds in a necklace, technically a pendant with chain. I'm holding it by the bail. So this one doesn't have a traditional bail, so it looks like, it gives the illusion that the flower is actually just floating on top of the chain, and this is a special box link chain. Yes? Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, let's show the back of that one. I keep moving on too quickly. I think I've had quite a bit of caffeine today. The back is like that. It is finished in the back, this one. So yeah, this one does sit rather comfortably on the hand. Looks like this one is verifying. Does that help them out? My voice just went up very unnaturally. Yeah. So it looks like this one is spoken for. Hip hip hooray. Okay. Let's just, I think this one is spoken for, so I'm going to take it away before anyone thinks that it's up for grabs, because I think it is technically gone, but maybe just give it one last peek before. Anyways, so back to the necklace. Oh, and I have to get it on the tweezers one more time. 1 carat total weight, 5 pear-shaped yellow diamonds, so each diamond is about 20 points total. Again, should be solitaire ring worthy, but we decided to put it in a necklace because we're crazy like that. And like I said, it looks, with the way the bail is, it looks like it's just floating on top of that chain, which is a box chain, which does come with the pendant. So like I said, most of our pendants, they're individual. They don't come with a chain. You can get a chain separately. But this one we decided to have it come with. And in that very classic floral, it's not a realistic flower. I mean, we have very few items that look like realistic flowers, but I just kind of love this sort of 5-petaled motif. And this one was supposed to go out for $64.99, but we want to give, we're just doing crazy deals on yellow diamonds today. Apparently, it's crazy deal day. So $64.99 is not going to be, it's not even going to be half of that. It's not even going to be $32.99 for our 1 carat pear-shaped cluster yellow diamond necklace. Yeah, if you've been eyeing a yellow diamond pendant slash necklace with crazy diamond weight, this would be the one for you. And $32.99 it is not going to be. It's not going to be $29.99 or even $19.99. This is kind of craziness. And this is not a small pendant. I said 1 carat. It's about, I want to say it's a little under ½ an inch from top to bottom. It's not teeny tiny, minuscule, needs a microscope to see. It has some size to it. And with the way it's set like this, if it's floating on the chain, you don't want something super big, because it feels like it might restrict movement, it might distract from just everyday life. This one is definitely still, if you like to wear your necklaces or pendants in that sort of more collar style, you definitely could with this one. And this one is, the chain it comes with, I believe is also 18 inch, but let me just double check. Yes, it is also adjustable 18 inches, or 17 and a half technically. So you also get that option too. So you can wear it more like a drop pendant if you'd like, or you can wear it more as a collar style if you want to. So a lot of versatility there. And it's not even going to be $19.99 today. Let's just make this one, this is going to go down to a crazy low for its debut. Let's just make it $1,699 for a fabulous cluster pear-shaped yellow diamond necklace pendant with chain, and it is actually set in the 18 karat gold. So we also did upgrade the gold for you for this one just to match the ring. 18K gold. Fantastic. Yeah, it is quite stunning, this one is. And it's just hard to beat a classic style like this. And I am a big fan of pieces of jewelry where you can wear it multiple ways. It's almost like you're buying multiple pieces, but for the price of one. And it's so easy to match with other pieces in your wardrobe. And I don't know, yeah, I just love it. All right, $16.99 for our second yellow diamond deal of the day. And let's move on to what I was very excited to show until we got interrupted with requests, the emerald drop earrings. Wow. Ooh. And let's hope this one wants to stand on its own. Look at that. This is going to be item number 1124477. I believe they are not new to our inventory, but I don't know if they've been on the air yet before. Maybe if anyone remembers, they can send a recording or something. I don't remember if they've been on the air, but if they have, I'm shocked they are still here. This is going to be, it's set in 18 karat gold. I mean, with stones like that, you kind of have to give it the best gold and metal possible, right? So it is set in 18 karat gold. It's 2 carat 25 total weight for the Astral emeralds. So you are getting 4 of them. You get 2 on each ear, and I believe they are the same size. And then you have 31 points in those baguette yellow, or I said yellow, they're white. They're white, yes. Try on the neck. I can hold it up. I don't think I can put it on, but yeah, hold on, give me a second. Looks like we're verifying on that one. Give me one quick moment. This one, I will say the bail is a little bit small, so it doesn't want to hang on. Oh, I need to stand on something. Hold on, give me a I am very vertically challenged, so I cannot. Hold on. Okay, another quick moment. Oh my goodness. This one is not participate. Okay. I'm trying to, I'm like on my tippiest toes. It's about ½ an inch from top to bottom. If anyone's in the phone bank watching me, you can kind of see I'm standing on one leg. This is really funny. I feel like a flamingo. Does that help them? Hold on. Okay, let's go back to the wheel because I feel like I'm about to fall. I am vertically challenged. We need to like angle that camera down or something, for at least just for me, because I felt very, very funny. Anyways, 2 carat 25 total weight Colombian emerald with 31 points in baguettes. So you get 15, a little over 15 points for each baguette, and then 1 carat 09 in rounds. I'm like out of breath from balancing on one leg. But yes, this is definitely museum level worthy for these earrings. And they're just such a classic yet elegant style. I love this. I don't think we've had earrings quite like this at all. It's just so unique. And yet it's very, I feel like this is like movie star earrings. You know what I mean? Like if you go to a premiere, or if you're in like a movie and you're meeting the mother-in-law or whatever, this is mother-in-law earrings. And for these sort of mother-in-law earrings, they were supposed to go out for $29,999. I mean, a museum level price tag for museum level earrings. But that's not going to be our price today. I have a feeling this is the first time they've been on the air, and yet they've been marked down like crazy. I'm looking at the bag, and this is, again, one of those bags where it's so faded, I can barely make out the words, which also means this is an old priced bag. We did not up the price for this to account for gold, for diamonds, for labor, for any of it. This is an old pricing bag, so that's when you know the deals are really, really good. $29,999 is not going to be where let's just take $10,000 off that price. It's not even going to be $19,999. Yes, looks like we got a question. I can, but I don't think you'll be able to see it. Here's the thing, Diane. I am very short. The camera does not want to meet my neckline. I will, if we can get like one of those like toddler high chairs, maybe I can do that. Hold on one moment. But yes, 90, is this Diane C? All right. Okay, I think I got it. So this is where I would wear the necklace. Oh, I just realized the chain is in the front. This is where I would wear it. Oh, you mean hold it with the chain, I think. Okay, back on the wheel we go for a sec. I am struggling over here. Oh, there we go. Is this what she means with the chain, right? You got that box type chain with a pendant like that. This is where I would wear it. But you can also wear it, adjust it so that it's collar length. Do you see? Does that help her? All right, back on the wheel we go because I cannot balance for much longer. And yes, back on these earrings. We keep getting interrupted. Maybe these earrings are not meant to be up here today. But yeah, you're getting a lot of diamond weight, a lot of stones in emeralds, which as we know, we're not getting any new material of. Just spoiler alert, all the emeralds you see, once they're gone, we're never getting them back, at least not for the price you see them at. So you're getting over almost 4 carats total weight in all the stones combined, and they're not even gonna be $19,000. Let's just take $10,000 off that. It's not even gonna be $9,999 for this level of designer museum level earrings. That is unheard of. And let me just flash them against the hand just so you can see a size reference on how far they drop. They look like they're about an inch drop actually, so they do have some presence to them, but they're not super, super long, as you can see. They do have some level of drop to them. I'm holding it in an angle, so they are curving, but they do sit straight when you wear them. And they do come with their own backing. So as you can see, I feel like this, if you have green eyes, if you have blue eyes, I feel like these would look so good. They would really make your eye color pop. I unfortunately have boring brown eyes. I mean, I love my eyes, but I feel like this would especially look good if you have like emerald green eyes or even hazel eyes. They would just really make the colors in your eyes pop. And yeah, those are spectacular. It's not even gonna be $99.99 or even $88.88. I can't believe we're doing such a good deal on these. Back on the wheel. Yeah, for one person and one person only, and keep in mind, I really need to alert management to up the price on these because my God, this is such a steal. It's gonna be $79.99. One only, you get white and yellow gold. This is truly an impressive pair of drops. I'm guessing it's a no on the necklace. I'm sorry I couldn't do it justice showing it on the neck, but I'm sure trust me, I wish I could stand up here and just do that, but I cannot. Jason, for the necklace, right? Yeah. Oh well, it's okay. I totally understand. All right. Next up, what do we only got about 15 minutes left in the show, so I'm not sure what we should show next. We've gotten through most of what I've wanted to get through. I mean, I could flash some other museum level quality pieces, just so maybe just keep in the back of your mind as the weekend is coming up, but I don't know. All right, moving on from these fantastic earrings, which I kind of understand as we kept getting interrupted throughout the entire presentation for this one, but that's okay. We love hearing requests. Okay. Moving on. And remember how in the beginning of the show I said Pariba and quartz are so interesting because they all come in like different patterns? Look at that. This is truly a very, very unique Brazilian Pariba and quartz. This is item number 112815. Excuse me. This is going to be our 3-carat 53 oval Brazilian Pariba in quartz with a carat 44 in diamonds, and of course yet another one of our iconic bridge mountings. I wonder how many bridges we've had on the show. I feel like we've had at least 4 or 5, and this is actually good. You kind of get to see the array of bridges we have. But all that today, look at that stone. That is such a unique Pariba and quartz. It's truly just perfectly in half on a diagonal, equal parts quartz and Pariba. Of course, we don't have those separate because they are one stone still, but it's just such an interesting pattern. It reminds me, maybe I'm getting kind of hungry, it reminds me of one of those like black and white cookies you can get at a bakery. I think I'm getting hungry, you guys, but that's what it's reminding me of. But it is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen a bridge or a ring quite like this one. And of course, that is natural Brazilian Pariba encased in quartz. And this one was supposed to go out for $55.99, but this one also got brand new markdown today. It has been in our inventory for quite some time. I don't think it has seen the error in quite a while, however. So we decided to bring it down for you. $55.99. It is not going to be today. Not going to be $55.99 or $45.99 or even $39.99. We're gonna break the record. I'm just kidding. We're going to do something actually crazy. Yeah, let me just try this one on for you because I feel like this is such a cool ring. Yeah, I mean, this one, look at that. Even on the hand, it kind of, I know I have red nails and the Pariba is blue, but I think it's such a cool contrast. I don't usually pair those two colors together, but it just looks good together. And on the bright side, if you do wear something blue, you could wear this ring. If you wear something white, you can wear this ring. If you wear something red, I think you could also wear this ring. Maybe that's just to say it's a universal ring. And back on the wheel it goes. From a distance though, actually I just had this thought. It almost looks like the ocean crashing against us like a snow white sandy beach. If you've ever been to Cancun, I hear the beaches there are beautiful and the sand is like snow, it's so white. I'm sure this is what it must be like to step up on the beach in Mexico. And it's not going to be $39.99, brand new markdown today. Let's just make it $3,499 for this oval Brazilian Pariba in quartz in the very ever so iconic bridge. And yes, this is a one only. Shocker, shocker. I mean, Brazilian Pariba in quartz are always one onlys, but this is definitely, if I had to pick out of all the ones we've had, this is probably up there in the ones I would want, personally, in my collection. And now, all right. And of course, the one from earlier is still here. So if you have been eyeing that one, we can also flash that again, coming up very, very soon. Okay. Now, we only have about 12 minutes left in our show. And before we start recapping things for the evening, I just have one more ring that I feel like it would be criminal of me not to at least flash it. because we started off with them. I feel like it's a good idea to end off with them as well. So let's bring that away for a moment. It's another one of our Aweens. This is going to be item number 112348. And I did mention about 2 weeks ago we had a whole wheel of Aweens. They sold, I think, within 5 minutes. This is larger than any of those. This is our 43-point pear-shaped Aween with a carat 01 total in pear-shape and round white diamonds. I mean, look at that. This is definitely the largest one we have, I think, left. I don't know if it's the largest one we ever had. I'm pretty sure it is. But this is definitely the largest one we have left in our inventory. So if you have been looking for the mother of all Aweens, this is the one for you. And it's getting really close to that half carat mark, which normally doesn't happen. Once it gets to that half carat mark, it becomes, I don't think you can even find it on the market. You have to know someone to know someone to know someone to get it. So this is, we're gonna do something really, really special on this one as our end of the show is coming up. It was supposed to go out at $19,999 for this, but we are not going to do that today. No, sorry, not going to be $19,000. It's not even going to be half of that. It's not even going to be $10,000 for a almost half carat Aween. Is kind of crazy, and I just love the mounting on this. It's such a great take on a double halo. You get your rounds, and then you kind of get the pairs, also creating almost a fan floral. It reminds me of like one of those palm-shaped thrones that they have in those jungle movies and all that. Let me just try it on for you. This is a truly beautiful ring, and it is set in the platinum. Look at that. Like on the hand, I know when we usually have Aweens, they're like little, they're little dots of blue. This is truly a stone. It is a pebble of Aween, which pebble always sounds really, really tiny, but when it comes to gemstones, a pebble's actually pretty big. It is a Aween pebble just on your hand, giving it that sort of shield in the pear shape. It is such a cool ring, and those pear-shaped diamonds are also really doing the heavy lifting on the sparkle factor. This is quite a spectacular ring, brand new markdown today at not $99.99 or even $89.99. Let's bring it back up to the close-up. Let's just make her $79.99 for our first caller out there. $79.99 for our, probably our last remaining large Aween. So very excited. Yeah, this is a spectacular piece. And with that, we are at our last 10 minutes of the show. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has watched today. Thank you to everyone who has shopped. And hopefully Lauren will be back with us tomorrow. But if she's still feeling under the weather, please stay home and stay safe and rest and recover as soon as possible. And yeah, everyone go wish her a get well soon. And if I am here tomorrow, I'll be happy to be here. But we will see. We will see how it's gonna go, and regardless, we will have a fun time either way. We'll have a lot of new, along with a lot of things you probably haven't seen in quite some time. So yeah, we will be here for a few minutes after the show. If you missed anything from today, you can please give us a call and double check on availability. If there's something you've seen maybe 2-3 weeks ago that you aren't sure about availability, you can always call us to ask about that as well. Or if you're unfamiliar, check us out at TVON.com, where you can both stream and shop now. You can see anything you've missed with the most current prices as well as sizing and all of that. So please check that out, and let's go back to the wheel. We'll do a small little recap. So we have this Aween from earlier today. We can just start placing things that I think are still here from the show, but of course operators will let me know. We have that Brazilian Pariba just because it was right here. Why not, right? We have, I believe, oh, I'm like looking at our lineup from today. We actually don't have a ton left, but that's okay. That's honestly a good sign. That means I can show you things I didn't have time to present throughout the entire show. We have our largest barrel, red barrel, 82 pointer. That one is still here as well. We can just place that next to our Aween. These are both our Mighty Museum minis. Let's call it that, because they don't tend to come in huge sizes, but when they do, they will knock you out. I didn't know where I was going with that, but that is okay. I mean, I will also put up some things that I didn't get a chance to show earlier, but that is all right as well. We have, of course, if I am here tomorrow, we can always bring these out during tomorrow's show as well. We have the unheated, this is unheated pink sapphire. And of course, if you have any questions about any specific one of these, you can go ahead and give us a call and I'll be happy to let you know all the details. Unheated pink sapphires. We've got, wow, we only had one Tanzanite pendant, which is still here. Yeah. We've also have, yeah, we actually did we don't have too many from the show left today. I'm so shocked and so very thankful. We can put that one. That one is still here, the little Tanzanite pendant. I say little, it's a 10 karat pendant. That's not little by any stretch of the imagination. We have got, actually most of these things are pendants, which required me to hold them to show them, but that's okay. We have the 45-point pear-shaped red barrel, which I think is still here, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes I don't hear about everything that goes. We have the 45-point red barrel that's being covered by the little pendant. Oh my goodness. I need to work on my jewelry feng shui. Feng shui. And then we have got, yeah, we've got a lot of great things that went out the door today. Thank you to everyone who took our trapiches too. I totally forgot that. Was a great steal. Okay. Yes, and yeah, oh my gosh, we had so many Tanzanites today that I actually didn't get a chance to show. That's almost never happens when Tanzanites become an afterthought, but we do as well. We've also got the Tanzanite, my goodness. Yeah, everything is starting to become clustered here, but that's all right. I think maybe I just need to zoom out a little bit more, but that's okay. Yeah, so yeah, thank you again to everyone who shopped. Thank you everyone who watched, commented, made smoke signals at us, maybe shopped telepathically. That's virtual window shopping apparently. Yeah, so we've still got a lot of great pieces left. So if you are curious about any of them, you can always give us a call, let us know. We can double check any of our items for you. And if they are still here, take them if you would like. Ask about gold color changes, ask about something you've seen 3 months ago. We love that. And if there's anything where you love but maybe are hesitant to, you know, jump the gun on, always grab an item number in case it ever comes back along at a later date. You can always just pull out that item number, ask us about it. If it's here, we can tell you right away. It is honestly the best way to shop. That's our ultimate TVON hack. Item numbers are your best friend. Looks like we have some last minute requests or maybe requests for tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. But yes. Okay. And I believe out of all of our trapiches, the bracelet is still here, the pendant is still here, and the earrings are still here. But I will need to double check on that. But yes, I'm not very good at keeping track of what sold. Oh, our Aween earrings are also still here. And with that, we are in our last 3 minutes. I just keep putting things on. I mean, I feel like I'm getting everyone FOMO from all of our last minute viewers. Let's just put the little studs here just to match the earrings. I mean, rings. These are earrings. I mean, why not? And I know they like to roll, but that's okay. All right, yeah, last 2 minutes of the show. Thank you to everyone once again. I hope everyone has a great weekend going forward. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I don't know, have some fun. Get a load off, let your hair down. I know I'm about to. My weekends need to be relaxing, at least in the afternoon. I mean, usually in the mornings I'm here anyways, but tomorrow there's a very good chance that I'll be up here with you as well. So yeah, I will definitely be using my weekends to relax. So I hope you guys get to do that as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully that's the last time you'll see me for another 2 years. Since that seems to be the trend with me being on air. It's probably an every 2-year thing, which honestly is my ideal. So yeah, thank you everyone to everyone who shopped, everyone who said hello, said something nice, even if you were not very nice. Thank you for watching anyways. Brings the viewership up. And oh my goodness, I forgot about those sapphire earrings. I believe those are here too, the invisibly set. But it looks like those Aween earrings are already having trouble staying upright. So let's just take those away for now. That's okay. We don't want to let it struggle for too much longer. And it sounds like my voice is also starting to give out. So yeah, I guess this is the end of the line for me today. We will be here for a couple minutes after the show. So if you do have any questions on anything you saw today, on anything that you saw yesterday, on anything you saw a few months ago, let us know. If you have any requests for tomorrow, that would be a great time to let us know as well. And of course, if you have any questions about requests, or not requests, returns, shipping statuses, we're always here every single weekday from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on weekdays only. So we won't be here tomorrow, but if you call us during the week, we will be able to answer all those questions for you. So thank you so much for being here. My tongue is starting to twist up, so have a great evening and goodbye. See you tomorrow.